Want to watch football without the restrictions of blackouts or cable? Check out expressvpn.com to help you get access to all the live games. Sign up today using the link in the description to get 3 free months. Action. Yeah, what up, Bolt fam? It's the director who's ready for some redemption week, man. And both in terms of what happened to the Chargers last week, as well as what happened last time we faced up against the Houston Texans. Dude, if you're a Chargers fan right now, I gotta tell you, we're in need of a little redemption, man. Can I see some lightning bolts in the chat, please? It's time for the Chargers to go out there and really prove that they are one of the top teams in the NFL despite all of these injuries, despite some of the coaching decisions. It's time to get this team on track, baby. Let's get some lightning bolts in there and get excited about this one today, because I do firmly believe if the Chargers could go in there and win that game today, it could be just that momentum boost that they need to go into the softer part of this schedule. Because again, the true test is going to be coming up post week 8, somewhere around week 11 with the Kansas City Chiefs. From there on out, it's going to be a tough year. We got to get on track right now. Let's go ahead and get some shout outs here in the chat. We got Now Is the Time, Michael Hodges, NV Talent, Red. We got Juan Gonzalez, Caleb, Larry, Kenneth. We got Josh Rod, good to see you. Morthenian, Hokey Pokey. We've got John Gooch, Matthew Dahl. Good to see everybody in the chat today, man. It's time for some Chargers football. And again, a pretty important one at that, because Chargers fans, myself included, after going all in this offseason, I was expecting a little bit of more. And again, the injury is probably the biggest thing that's been derailing us this season so far. I'm hoping we see a beam of light, shoot out from the heavens and grant the Chargers at least something in terms of health today. And it could be in the form of a Corey Linsley, a J.C. Jackson, both of which, guys, the return of these dudes. Both of these dudes are some of the biggest impact makers you can have on defense and on offense. J.C. Jackson's going to bring a lot of what we were missing in terms of our cornerback coverage. Corners were doing pretty well despite that, but I do think J.C. is going to be one of those difference makers. And then, of course, Corey Linsley, when he's on the field, the offense looks almost completely different. And we do have some stuff to talk about as far as the offense being on the field today, man. So good to see everybody in the chat. Let's take a look real quick at our buddy Daniel Popper to see who is active, inactive for this game. Of course, Joey Bosa not listed here. He's going to be placed on IR, as well as Rashawn Slater, excuse me. And those guys will not be suiting up today, but a wide receiver, Keenan Allen, also is going to be missing playing time today. Tito Ogbonia, kind of interesting one here. Daniel also says that it's been interesting. He's kind of surprised by Ogbonia. He's been playing pretty well through the first 3 weeks, so kind of interesting to see him not playing this week. Then we got Easton Stick, Isaiah Spiller, and JT Woods also not suiting up in this one. Kenneth with a $10 hollow. What's going up, baby? Let's go, dude. Let's go. A couple other things that I do want to point out here. So, yes, Chargers without Keenan Allen, Donald Parham, they're going to be leaning pretty heavily on Joshua Palmer and DeAndre Carter this week. But I would also state, guys, if you guys missed my preview video, one of the guys that I got my eye on right now is definitely going to be Gerald Everett. I think with the Texans and how poorly they've been tackling this season, it could be one of those games where the yak becomes that much more important, and a guy like Gerald Everett could pop off for some decent yards. I'm going to guess at least over 50 yards and maybe even a touchdown. Let's actually up the ante a little bit. I'll say over 75 yards for Gerald Everett today, perhaps a touchdown. I think he's going to have himself a pretty nice evening tonight. Kenneth, thank you so much again for the $10 holla, my friend. I really appreciate it. We'll look for your next comment just in case, but really appreciate the love in here, Kenneth. And to everybody who showed up today, man, again, tough loss last week. I know a lot of us were just like, some people, myself included a little bit, like getting out of bed today, I'm like, oh, please God, we need something today. NFL football gods, man, we need something for the Chargers after last week, and I think it's absolutely possible that we do something with it this week. A couple other storylines to follow with the Chargers via our guy here, Daniel Popper. Of course, there is a little bit of concern about Isaiah Spiller not suiting up yet. I think he'll make his entrance into the season here in the next couple of weeks. But probably the biggest one that a lot of people are talking about is Jamari Sawyer at left tackle for the Chargers. That's pretty significant. I do feel like Jamari Sawyer does provide a lot of upside in terms of, let's say, his power in the pass protecting game. But when it comes to a little bit of the agility, those those moves and technique when it comes from any part of the blocking on the offensive line, he maybe is a little bit behind. So let's not expect a perfect game from Jamari Sawyer, but let's also say he's going to be a lot better than Storm Norton, which that's really all we were looking for at this point. We got a lot of hollahs coming in the chat all of a sudden here, baby. We got Dr. Zion's grandson who says, just joined Chargers fan here. Let's go, Doctor. Thank you so much, man. Doctor in the house. Appreciate the love. We got Mount Miguel coming back in here, man. Is this Miguel from the castle already? Good to see you there, man. And we got Melly Mel when it says Bolts football time to elevate heart levels. It's time, dude. I got the Apple Watch going here, right? We're gonna make sure we have the heart monitor up and set and ready to go. I'm gonna say, what's the over under on the heart monitor? I'm gonna say over 110, right? That seems pretty fair, right? It's got to be pretty considerable. Over 110 should be fun. Good to see everybody in the chat here today, man. A couple other things I wanted to go over real quick. So keep an eye on Jamari Sawyer in the left tackle position. Kyle Van Noy at edge rusher with starting D weapons. So it looks like Kyle Van Noy and Chris Rump may be splitting reps there at the opposite edge of Khalil Mack this game. That's going to be pretty important. Now, with the return of J.C. Jackson, we may see some more time for the edge rushers to get to the quarterback, Davis Mills. That's why JC is so important. If we can get some pretty nice coverage from our cornerbacks, especially in man-to-man, then I do think that Kyle Van Noy even has a shot at getting to Davis Mills in this one. And I think that was the last thing I wanted to cover in that one. So, guys, get ready. The Chargers versus Houston Texans. Should say at Houston Texans. Getting ready to kick off here in just a couple of minutes. If you guys are wondering how to watch this game, we are watching it via NFL Game Pass and ExpressVPN. I saw somebody with a question in the comment section last video. I did post in that as well. But just to be safe, if anybody else is having issue getting NFL Game Pass after getting the VPN, make sure you grab Game Pass with PayPal. Don't try to do it through your bank because they're going to be like, hey, what's this guy doing in the Virgin Islands? Make sure to go through PayPal. That'll be the easiest, simplest way to get that done. So hopefully everybody's all set up. We're good to go. This is time for the Chargers to come back. Director, this is Miguel from the crew. What's going on, Miguel? We got the two Miguels in the house now, baby. We got Mount Miguel and we got Miguel. I see us. Good to see everybody in here, baby. So I hope Bandy's active today. I added him in fantasy. Hey, that's another thing to follow, too. Michael Bandy has been elevated to the active roster, so we may be seeing a little bit of him in there today. If I were the Chargers, again, my plan of attack, it would go straight through Gerald Everett this week. I do want to see a lot of Mike Williams trying to get open. Of course, they're going to throw a lot of resources at him being the number one wide receiver without a Keenan Allen. But you might see a little bit of Josh Palmer. You might see a little bit of DeAndre Carter. I want to see a lot of Gerald Everett this week because, again, if the Texans have one weakness, is that they've been very poor in terms of tackling the first 3 weeks. I want to capitalize on that this week. I want to make sure the Chargers take as big advantage of that as possible in generating those extra yards after contact. And if you got a guy on the roster that can do that, it's Gerald Everett. Maybe mix in a little bit of Austin Eckler as well. He's also very good at breaking tackles too. So this should be it, man. I'm excited to see what Joe Lombardi does in countering, or I should say responding to a lot of the criticism he's been getting lately, the Chargers offensive coordinator. Of course, he came out in an article this last week talking about how his play calling hasn't met his own standards. So hopefully he's whipped up something creative and fast-paced and with good tempo that can keep up with the Texans, who do possess a very nice defensive line. If I were Joe, though, I honestly, again, I'd be focusing my attention with Gerald Everett this week and, of course, Austin Eckler. What's so strange is that he was so good with Austin Eckler last year. It's, of course, because he had so much exposure to Alvin Kamara in those golden years. And it really seemed to pay off for him last season. Why have we shifted away? So, again, if I were a betting man, if I were saying, if a Charger's going to pop off this game, of course, Justin Herbert's always in the conversation. But I do think Gerald Everett and Austin Eckler are the two that I would be really trying to attack this Houston defense with. What's going on, Soul? Good to see you. Says sub-director from Hawaii. Mahalo. Saints and Vikings played in London. Vikings won. Yeah, we've seen that. I also got Red Zone on a separate screen here. Of course, courtesy of NFL Game Pass. We are not sponsored by NFL Game Pass, just so you guys know. We're sponsored by ExpressVPN. But this has always been my favorite way to watch the games of NFL Game Pass, and which my wife is watching upstairs on the Fire Stick right now as well. D. Sarge says, let's go, Chargers. This is a must-win, baby. Both up. It really kind of does feel like a must-win. After last week and everything that's been going down, it really does feel like the Chargers do have to get back on track. So that's a good point to make there, right? It's going to be a must-win this week, especially with how tough the schedule's about to get here in the next couple weeks. D. Sarge, thank you so much for the $5 holla. Drew coming in here with the 12 months. He says, let's go, director. I hope Eck is about to bounce back game today. Gets 2 touchdowns. He hasn't scored a tutty this year, huh? That is the most criminal part about this whole Lombardi situation, is that your best playmaker from last season, 20 touchdowns, has not scored here through week 4. It's got to change. It's got to change, baby. It's got to change. Good to see everybody. Eddie, good to see you. Cody, Pacific Beats. We're getting ready to kick off here momentarily. We're waiting to see who won the coin toss, and the Chargers will take the field versus the Houston Texans again, which could be considered a must-win game in a bounce-back situation for sure, at very minimum bounce-back situation. Where they need to shake off that loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. It was a long week of ridicule, man. But the thing is, which kind of works in our favor, the Chargers and the NFL, everybody in the NFL, all NFL fans have a bit of a short memory. So if the Chargers go out there and crush it today, ain't nobody going to be remembering that Jags game. That's what we're aiming for in this game versus Houston. Alex Addicts coming back in here, says, I got my first jersey since Rivers in 2017. Had to get the powder blue number 10 bolt up. Hey, Alex, that's the way to do it, baby. That is the way to do it. I know not a lot of people grab tons of jerseys. I'm a jersey collector myself. I have tons even from back in the day. I got Manti Te'o. I got K-Son. I got everybody in there, man. Phillip Rivers, of course. Vincent Jackson. But this new era of bolts, dude, super clean. I got to say, I love these new jerseys. So that is definitely the way to do it. Easton Stick not available. Yeah, Easton Stick is not active this game, if you guys are wondering. I don't know why we're asking, but yeah, he is not available this game. Now, the Chargers are going to be kicking it away to the Houston Texans, so the Chargers will be taking the field first on defense. The Chargers versus Texans has officially kicked off. Let's see what the Chargers have in store in bouncing back from that Jacksonville Jaguars game. Palm Trees coming in here, says Phil and Carter and Bandy's touchdowns today. ASJ and JC picks. I would love to see a JC pick. Now, we already said what we think is going to happen on offense. I think Gerald Everett's going to be the guy that maybe surprises a little bit this week. On defense, I would love to see something from JC. Just get us a little bit excited about that offseason acquisition. Here we go, baby. Chargers on defense. First snap, Davis Mills going to hand it off to their running back. I think that's Dameon Pierce. And Pierce is going to pick up about 2-3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Let's go ahead and get the score out here on the board for you fellas at home while we commentate the Chargers at Houston Texans. Yes, I'm feeling that, man. No sticky bandits today. Maybe that's what you guys were asking about. No sticky bandits today, but at the same time, dude, I feel like the Herbert bandits, that could definitely work out in our favor too, man. DeAndre Carter, you never know what to expect with that guy as well. A big playmaker, kind of the guy supplementing a Jalen Guyton while he's out for the season with an ACL. 2nd and 6 for the Texans. Davis Mills looking for a guy. It's going to be Pierce underneath, and Pierce is going to get tackled. Very clean tackle by Asante Samuel Jr. I know that wasn't the craziest play in the world, but can I see some 26s in the chat for my guy ASJ, dude? ASJ has really elevated himself this season. Of course, going out with back-to-back concussions last year. Bit of a good, like a lot of, let's say, potential in his rookie year. But my goodness, he came back with a force in 2022. He's looking absolutely unbelievable. So let's make sure that guy sees plenty of coverage this week. Very, very nice. Yeah, ASJ has been looking real nice, both tackling, especially lately, and in coverage, playmakability. With Chargers got really, really lucky in the second round a couple years ago. Great tackle. Yeah, great tackle by number 26. 3rd and 5 coming up. Looks like the Houston Texans may have burned a timeout. Let's freaking go. You got Herbert and Eckler. Palmer, one of your DraftKings. Nice. I know this morning on Underdog Fantasy, I drafted both Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor. So we have our fingers crossed for that one. I thought it was a little crazy that they let both of those guys slide a little bit. I know there's a little bit of a thing going with Christian McCaffrey, but getting both of them, if it works out, man, that works out big. We'll also be taking a look at some of my picks of the week as far as Underdog Fantasy. If you guys want your first deposit matched up to $100, use code DIRECTOR in Underdog Fantasy. Take part of the fun, man. I love DFS. Biggest reason I've been waiting for them to call my number, baby. Share the love from the Director fam. Here comes 3rd and 5 by Davis Mills. He's going to toss it over the middle, and it is intercepted. Who is it? Nasir Adderley. The Chargers are taking it back. Nasir all the way back to the 25-yard line, and the Chargers got their first interception of the game within 2.5 minutes, baby. Let's go. Interception by 24. Nasir Adderley in position. And that's what we were talking about, baby. Davis Mills a bit errant with those throws under pressure, and he shows right away that that's absolutely possible given enough time and coverage. The Chargers edge rushers enough time with Khalil Mack to generate the bad throw. He makes contact with the quarterback, and there's the Chargers elite playmaking DBs to punish him for it with the game's first turnover. The Chargers got the ball now at the Houston 25-yard line, and they're looking to score on their first offensive possession from very good field position. Here comes the first carry for Austin Eckler. Eckler's going to get tackled at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11 coming up. Let's go, Nasir Adderley, baby. Who, of course, is this a contract year for Nasir? I do believe it is. Let's see more of that this year, baby. I want to see Nasir Adderley on the Chargers next season. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Confirmation from the chat. Yes, it is. Let's make sure to keep that up, Nasir. We'd love to see 24 with the Chargers for a while now. Here comes a fake handoff to Austin Eckler. Quick pass to Mike Williams, and Mike's going to pick up maybe 3 or 4 yards. Excuse me. Was that behind the line of scrimmage? No way. Yeah, 3rd and 8 coming up. 3rd and 8 coming up, so 3 yards. Nasir Adderley. I've seen those 24s all over the chat, baby. Always exciting to see a turnover that soon. Keep an eye on the left side of the line, too, guys, as we continue on. The Chargers, with Jamari Sawyer looking for something in terms of pass protection. He's looked pretty good so far. Flag on this play. Looks like a encroachment by the defense. Yes, sir. Neutral zone infraction by the defense. That's 5 yards and a 3rd and 3 coming up for the Chargers. Oh, let Mike Williams ball out for the extension. Nas might do the same. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Let's see a little bit of Mike Williams today, too. I know some people were like, oh, man, what's going on with all this money? I feel like a lot of it had to do with Joe Lombardi last week. And, of course, he was getting double teamed. It's going to be tough for any wide receiver to get free being double teamed. But at the same time, it's time to get that $20 million man involved in this one. 3rd and 3 coming up for Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Justin Herbert tosses it over the top. It's Gerald Everett. What did I say? That is a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett, G7 in the house, baby. And the Chargers tight end takes it in for the first 7 of the game. What did I say, baby? 7's in the chat. If I'm Joe Lombardi, I'm running through Gerald Everett this week, and that is the way it is done versus the Houston Texans. Let's go, baby. Touchdown, Chargers. Yeah. Let's go. always nice to hit on one every once in a while. Tutty, baby. Let's get it. Extra point is up. It is good. Chargers got a 7-0 lead over the Houston Texans. Flawless first drives for both the offense and the defense. First resulting in a turnover, giving Chargers and Justin Herbert prime starting field position. And then a flawless execution. No first downs necessary. We got ourselves a Chargers touchdown, baby. Let's go. 7's in the house. That is the way to do it. Hey! Gerald Everett, that's the way you do it, Joe. I like to see people taking notes. That is the way. Herbert 8 touchdown pass of the season. Let's go, baby. Week 4. Things are on fire. And Sawyer, too. Boogalump. That MVP comment right there, too, man. Sawyer had to have picked something up on that play, right? Nice deep pass over the middle. That's the way to do it. Good morning, Ballin James. Nothing like a Chargers tutty in the morning to get them sinuses open. Woo! Gerald Everett and the Chargers on the board. And we're only 3 minutes into this football game, baby. I'm smelling some redemption. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'll take touchdowns over first downs all day. I feel it too, bro. I feel it too. O-line holding up. Oh, my gosh. O-line's holding up. Of course, again, we do have Corey Linsley in there too, man. I don't know who pointed it out in my comment section a couple of games ago, but when Corey Linsley's on the field versus when he's off the field, the yards average or whatever goes up, touchdown opportunities go up, just the whole overall communication between the quarterback and offensive line, so much more efficient. So much more efficient. But good on Jamari Sawyer, too, who so far looks pretty nice, right? He does look a little bit different from your average left tackle in terms of his agility. He has more of that power style, but he's been holding up, man. Dude, if the Chargers got themselves, let's say this, okay? Let's say Jamari Sawyer goes out there and balls, right, at left tackle, at least, above average at left tackle. I think that gives the Chargers a lot of hope that in next season, when we get Rashawn Slater back, we both have a nice backup to Rashawn Slater, as well as maybe a starting right tackle in Jamari Sawyer. And Sawyer maybe makes more sense on the right side given his power archetype. Maybe things are finally starting to work themselves into place, right? I don't know, man. Will Clapp made some mistakes calling out protection previous game. Yeah, that's what. There's probably nobody better in the entire league than Corey Linsley at that center position and what he does. And I think we're going to see it throughout this game, seeing him finally return to the lineup. Linsley, the Derwin of the offensive line for sure, dude. That dude understands. He sees the matrix when it comes to calling out protection, man. He's insane. Here come the Chargers. Kicking it back to the Texans, looking to see what their defense can do again. But so far, so good, man. And the Texans got themselves a pretty good offensive line. So that tells you something in terms of forcing that bad throw by Andrews. By the way, I was one of those guys, too. In my big league, like big stakes. I've been in this league for 11 years. I had people like, Director, what are you doing in terms of... I picked up the Chargers defense, and they did really poor last week, right? I was like, my God, dudes, it's the Texans. The Chargers are coming out of this and that. I just felt really strongly that we should start him today. Hopefully I don't eat my words. But so far, so good. All we need is options and health. Yes, baby. Yes. And so far, this is the kind of thing that happens when you've got solid backups, right? Solid depth. And this is the first time in a while that the Chargers are seeing this, live in person. Like, oh my God, Sawyer's actually out there doing a pretty decent job. 1st and 10. It's going to be a run. Very shifty run by Dameon Pierce. Now, of course, we're playing against the Texans. We don't want to pay him too many compliments this game, right? But I do like Dameon Pierce quite a bit, man. I think he's going to be the next big thing for the Texans at running back. And they've had some really nice running backs in the past, of course, highlighted by Arian Foster. Of course, we don't think he's going to be Arian Foster, but I do think he's going to be something special. 2nd and 1 for the Houston Texans. Looks like they're looking to run for that first down. No, it's going to be an underneath pass to Brandon Cooks. And Cooks is going to be taken down very quickly by Nasir Adderley and Asante Samuel Jr. Man, I don't know. I feel like a proud father and seeing these DBs really coming into their own. Hugo says your mic's popping a little bit. Uh-oh. Let me know if that continues. Maybe I can jiggle some wires or something, see if we can sort that out. It might be that we're clipping just a little bit. We'll sort it out. Foster was good too, just bad. Yeah, the injuries definitely hurt him. I remember that being my fantasy season with him too. Just like, no. Kyle Van Noy putting some pressure on Davis Mills, but there is a flag way downfield at the 30-yard line. It may be PI and ASJ. And that's going to give the Texans a pretty big pocket of yards in that penalty. I will say that Asante Samuel has been fantastic in most facets of the game. He does need to clean up the penalties a little bit, though. He has been called for a few this season already. Yeah, that was on ASJ. Say the ball was overthrown. It could have been, but again, it's one of those penalties where it could maybe go both ways, and that's something that ASJ needs to clean up a little bit, too. He's great. He's pretty great all around, but he's got to clean up those penalties just a little bit. 1st and 10. Texans now at the 45-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to Pierce. And the Chargers defensive line, beautifully played. Sebastian Joseph Day and Christian Covington busting through the middle. That's a tackle for loss. 2nd and 11 coming up. Nice plays by SJD. And, of course, Christian Covington. That's what we've been hoping to see pretty consistently from this brand new run defense up front. Yeah, he pulled on the jersey. Played well against Chiefs week 2. We need that again. Yeah, he's been playing great so far again today too. He just needs. I think he's great overall. He just needs to clean up the penalties just a little bit. Here come the Chargers. Man, they were sending some heat with Kenneth Murray, and it forces a quick throw underneath to the Texans tight end Shrek. That's not his name, right? Number 86 has layers. Like an onion. Okay, well, I guess Shrek picks up a yard or two. It's going to be 3rd and 9 coming up. 3rd and 9 for Davis Mills. 45-yard line. Can the Chargers hold down? Bend, but don't break after the penalty. 3rd and 9. It's going to be a deep toss up over top. That's going to be Brandon Cooks. He fit it into a very, very tight window. There is a flag after contact, too. But it may be holding on the Houston Texans. It is holding. Yee! That's a big one. So the Texans get a big penalty on the pass interference, and now they're going to get called for a big penalty on holding after a terrific pass to Brandon Cooks for a huge 1st down. Wow, that's a huge penalty for the Texans. Yes, sir. Roberto, what's up, dude? Hold him, change, bring him back. Yeah, I seen it, too. Chris Rump trying to get through lots and lots of grabbing. That's not going to work. 3rd and 18 coming up for Davis Mills. Now they're back beyond midfield from the 45 of their own side of the field. 3rd and 18, Davis Mills. I'm seeing 4 wide receivers out there. Khalil Mack almost getting home. Khalil Mack very close. Davis Mills in trouble, and out he goes. Morgan Fox, the man able to bring him down. Group effort. Morgan Fox, 56 is in the chat. That line disintegrated, and this Houston offensive line is very, very good. Chargers dialing up something nice today. Loop blitz from the outside. Morgan Fox pounding his way over the middle. And, of course, Khalil Mack forcing him out of the pocket. That was a beautiful, beautiful effort by the entire defensive line. 4th and 31 coming up. And here comes the punt by the Houston Texans. Yo, 56. Mack and Fox putting in some work, dude. K9 blitzing pressure is nice to see so far, too. Yes, sir. DeAndre Carter's going to bring it past the 25 on the return. Chargers will start their drive at the 27-yard line. So far, so good. If you are an LA Chargers fan in this one, Chargers defense has been playing pretty not flawless. We did see that penalty. But outside of that, pretty dang nice, dude. Chargers offense, if they can go out and put some more points up on the board before we even hit the bottom of the first half or the first quarter, we're also looking very good on offense. Good to see you, Tara and Hugo. A huge shout out to the mods, my man. Make sure everybody's in your best behavior. These guys will bust your heads. Bob, what's going on, man? Bob Wallace, 56 is in the chat. Love to see it. And my dude Slad. Yeah, the K9. So I saw that a couple of plays ago, right? K9, he was literally sprinting, trying to hit that gap as the ball left the center's hands. That's exactly what you want to see from a guy like K9. I think the Chargers slowly but surely figuring out how to use K9 in this offense. He's been very good versus the run. I would say above average, right? And if they can start using that speed to their advantage, maybe if he's not as good in terms of coverage, which he's been actually a bit improved this season, but if they can use that speed trying to get to the quarterback, I'm about it, right? Use him as a blitzing inside linebacker more often than not. I'm about that. Eric Black, the $5 husband. I'm late. Let's go, man. How's the Sawyer looking so far, Director? Sawyer's been looking pretty nice, man. That first pass over the middle to Gerald Everett, dude, it seems like he had some time. Now, Sawyer, again, maybe not the archetype the Chargers are used to, or that power guy, but he's holding up. He's holding up real nice. We'll have to keep an eye on number 68 as we continue on in this one, guys. Keep an eye on that left side of the line as the Chargers come back on offense to answer their own points from the previous drive. Yeah, Sawyer's been looking pretty nice. And again, Houston Texans, 4th in the league in terms of sacks on the quarterback. 10 sacks through the first 3 weeks. It's not like they got, dudes out there from varsity football. They got some dogs in there too, man. So if we can see Sawyer do a good job versus this particular defensive line, I'm feeling a bit better about the rest of the season and where that goes. It's 20 yards to 7. What? Either way, man. We're looking good. Who is JC defending? I would have to imagine JC's probably going to be on Brandon Cooks for the most part, but you never know. I think they like to move people around quite a bit. ASJ, JC Jackson, Bryce Callahan. You could really rotate all those guys into the slot if you wanted to. Here comes Justin Herbert and the Chargers on their next offensive drive. At the 27-yard line is where they're beginning. Justin's going to sling it, and it is intercepted. For real? Cashman. No, it looks like it was dropped. That was close. I didn't know what I was looking at for a second there, man. Let's take a look at the replay real quick, and then we'll grab these hollas. Justin over the middle. Almost picked by the linebacker, it seems, number 53. That was close. Eric says, whoa, SJ pick Herbie to Everett. Nice. Yes, very nice. Here comes the next run by number 30, Austin Eckler. It's going to go for negative yards, 3rd and 12 coming up. Man, Justin. I didn't like that throw at all. Number 53, we're lucky he dropped it. Crazy White Tee coming in here says, what up, Director? Let's get this dub today. Let's get this dub today. 3rd and 12 coming up, though, baby. Eric and Crazy, thank you guys so much for the hollas. A pretty difficult 3rd down to start this drive off. Chargers around the 20-yard line now, 3rd and 12. They got everybody out there. Justin Herbert's going to sling it over the middle, and he is going to get the completion via Gerald Everett, but it's going to be very short. 4th and 5 coming up. Chargers got to punt it away. I guess bright side of that drive is it wasn't an interception. That would have been pretty bad for the Chargers, who need to carry that momentum, man. So far, so good versus Gerald Everett. I would continue testing that a little bit. Lombardi strikes again. We'll have to wait and see, man. That pass, I will say, was on Justin Herbert, which doesn't mean anything in terms of like, Justin. It was just, he made a mistake. He's still Justin Herbert, but I can't pin that one on Joe. I want to pin everything on Joe. We can't pin that one on Joe. Who got the interception? ASJ got the interception. There is a flag on the return, by the way. Looks like the coverage guy got touched. Desmond King, the former Charger, tried to bring it back for a couple extra yards. It's Michael Davis who might get called for the flag here. Okay, so there was a fair catch, and then Davis did make contact with the returner, and that's going to be a penalty on the Chargers. That's what, 15? I think that's 15. It is. Yikes, man. That's going to give the Houston Texans decent starting field position. Big mistake by Vato. Hopefully that's the last one of the game for him. Yeah, Sawyer's been looking great, Boogalump. You guys keep an eye on Sawyer while we're watching this game as well. I want to see a nice sample size of what to expect when going on versus the Cleveland Browns, who may be without Gerald or without Myles Garrett, right? So it's like Gerald Everett. No, it's not Gerald Everett. It's not Gerald Everett. Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett. I don't know. I have to wait and see, because that could be pretty sketchy. But maybe Sawyer can give us a little bit of hope. Mac is playing well, too. Yeah, Mac's playing pretty nice, too. Texans have the worst run defense. I would not even 3 yards a carry. Yeah, that's part of the reason why the Chargers need to shift some things up, man. And I think, honestly, even versus a very poor run defense like the Houston Texans, I would lean into the strengths of this team. A lot of it does, I would say, stem from the playmakers and Justin Herbert. This is a passing offense. I feel the best way to get the run game going is to open up the underneath just a little bit, right? Get that passing attack nice and solid and crisp and consistent to give the running backs a little bit more space to work with. If you can lean into your strength, it may help lift up your weaknesses along with it. That's just the way I view it. Like to see Spiller. Yeah, me too. Spiller hasn't been active the last couple of games. We're still waiting to see if he can fight his way into the top 3. I don't know if he's hurt anymore, if I'm being honest. I think it's more of a competition thing. You got, Eckler and Sony Michel and JK. Like, everybody's been doing pretty nice. So I guess he's just having a tough time fighting his way into the top 3. What I think's happening with Eckler, I think a lot of it has to do with the play calling, if I'm being honest. If there's one thing I will say Joe Lombardi can improve on, it's how he's playing his run game, right? How he's calling that running attack. I think a lot of it also has something to do with we used to have a running backs coach in Frank Smith, who since then has departed, and maybe he had a lot to do in terms of, the efficiency of these running backs last season. It could be a number of things, but either way, I think Eckler's still the same guy. You got to give him some opportunities. Yeah, and there's that's a good point to make there, Sage, too. I mean, I don't know if I'm Eckler, if I'm capable of, shaking off 4 tacklers and bouncing to the outside. Maybe once every 3 or 4 games, but man, dudes, there needs to be better space up front. Keenan's still out with a hamstring. Here comes the first play for the Texans on this drive. It's going to be Dameon Pierce. Chargers, very nice job in their run defense so far. Dameon Pierce going to get tackled at the line of scrimmage. Look like Khalil Mack and Kenneth Murray. And that's going to be a second down coming up. Eric Black says ASJ is so far. Haven't been this excited for homegrown cornerback since Cromartie. I like Jammer, too. He wasn't great in coverage, but I like Jammer. Yeah, I think I got a Jammer jersey upstairs, too. That is the way to be, man. ASJ, yes, sir, dude. He's been looking fantastic in these last couple of weeks. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here comes another run by Dameon Pierce. Finds some space up the middle. Derwin James saved that from being a first down. A nice low tackle. 3rd and short coming up. Eric, thank you so much for the $5 holla, my man. He's running on every obvious running down behind banged up O-line. Yeah. Definitely Austin Eckler's still the guy, right? But we gotta start figuring out ways to get him open in space, get him involved with better blocking. If it's through the inside, which I'm not seeing a lot of good blocking there, then bounce it to the outside. And if there's just, not possible to steal that edge, then let's give it to him through the air underneath. Here comes Davis Mills, passes it underneath for a first down. It's going to be Brandon Cooks, who picks up the first at the Houston 44. Who is JC defending this game? Let's take a look at the replay. Looks like zone coverage, and it was Callahan on Brandon Cooks this play, so he might be on Nico Collins on the opposite side. Yeah, Brandon Cooks with the first down. 1st and 10 coming up at the Houston 44. I'd love to see another big turnover here, man. Here comes Kyle Van Noy. I don't know why he hesitated. You guys see that? Passes underneath to Brandon Cooks. And there's a lot of flags on the play. Kenneth Murray was able to bring him down. But it looked like Kyle Van Noy. It's going to be a face mask on Kenneth Murray. I don't know if I see it. Either way, Kyle Van Noy got free off the edge real quick, and then he stopped for some reason. That was weird. Yeah, we do see Tillery in there. Jake looks like a little kid when the Chargers are winning. Yeah, it's Christmas morning. When the Chargers ain't winning, man, things could get ugly. 1st and 10, though. Houston Texans after the face mask penalty. They're going to be on the Charger side of the field now around the 35-yard line. Here comes Davis Mills. Fires it to the outside. It's no good. Derwin James on the tight end. is going to defend that pass. 2nd and 10 coming up. Randall Rosnick coming in and says, what's up, director? Now the Boat fam. Let's go, baby. 18 months, Randall. Oh, cheers to that, man. Stay hydrated. Yeah, I'm seeing threes in the chat, man. That was very nice coverage by Derwin James on the tight end. Chargers defense looking pretty nice so far. Let's see if they can keep it up. Would love another turnover. Best safety in the league. Yeah, I think it used to be between him and Jamal Adams. Now I feel like it's undisputed. He's got to be the best safety in the league. 2nd and 10 coming up. Davis Mills. It's a handoff. No, it's a fake. Davis Mills underneath. He's going to hit his tight end. This time covered by Drew Tranquil. And O.J. Howard's going to pick up about 5 yards. 3rd and 5 coming up at the Chargers' 29-yard line. They are in field goal range. Let's see if we can get ourselves a nice tackle for loss, push them away. At least a little bit. I would love to see a sack here, baby. Yeah, Derwin's playing nice today, too, man. He's playing real nice. Here comes the Chargers on defense. Davis Mills. Brandon Cooks in motion to the bottom of the screen. And it looks like a false start. Yep, flag, false start on the play. And that's going to push him back 5 yards. Okay, now playing on what? The Chargers' 34-yard line. A sack here would make it a pretty difficult 3. Let's see if they can make it happen. Kind of looks like Kyle Van Noy is some sort of contain assignment. Ah, okay. He had clear shot and didn't rush in. That's interesting. That's interesting. I would have been nice to see him just take advantage of that open space between him and the quarterback. The Jags beat Philadelphia. I mean, we're still in the open slate of games, right? I don't know. Are they going to beat Philadelphia? We'll take a look at some of the scores here as we continue on. Yeah, Jags 14. Philadelphia 0 so far to start that week off. That's pretty wild. 3rd and 10 for the Texans. Can the Chargers get off the field on defense? It's going to be a pitch number 28. Nice play design by the Texans. But 28 is going to be short of the first down by about 5 yards. 4th and 4 coming up. And it was Rex Burkhead, number 28, that couldn't take it all the way, but still a nice play there. Chargers caught on defense, allowing us some open lanes to Rex Burkhead. But ultimately, he'll be short, and here comes the three-point try. 46-yard attempt by their kicker, Kaimi Fairbairn. Kick is up, and wow! It went into the stands, man. It missed the net completely. Somebody in the 3rd row is taking home a Houston Texans muffed kick and putting it on their mantle at home. It is wide, wide left. And the Chargers defense stand tall. No points allowed. Chargers will get the ball at the 28. Yo, that was bad. That's one of the worst kicks I've seen in a minute. Somebody taking that foot home, that football home. Slad coming in with a $2 holiday. I would love to see JC in a package or two. Yes, sir. Yes, at free safety in a package or two. Okay, I could see that. I could see him at safety. Definitely in that dime look. I'd be about it. Or big nickel. I'd be about it. What the heck was that, dude? What was that kick? Thank you so much, Slad. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what I would do with that ball. I go home and be like, hey, I got this at the Texans game. I caught it. It was a really bad, field goal. Probably the worst I've ever seen. But I got the ball, baby. I got the ball. Was that Vizcaino? Was it really? No, it was Fairbairn. It was Fairbairn. But it looked like Vizcaino, right? I think that's what you're meaning to say. Was that Vizcaino with how he was kicking out? No, but yes, kind of. Kyle Kallstrom coming in here says, defense looking solid so far. Offense needs to do some more for me for sure. But already looking better at this point compared to last week. Absolutely. And again, the Jags defense, I think, is underrated on several different levels of that defense. The Texans defense, I think, is underrated on their defensive line. Outside of that, I think there's some weaknesses. So far, so good.
Defense looking solid so far. Offense needs to do more for sure, but already looking better at this point compared to last week.
I see you, Kyle. Kyle with a $10 hollow, man. Thank you so much, dude. Yes, so far, so good. We all, as a Chargers community, want to see the offense step up because we're so used to the 2021 Chargers where it was just Justin Herbert Just slinging, rockets everywhere, man. Dropping dimes and putting up points like there was no tomorrow. We would like to see that come back. But I think more than even that, we need to see the efficiency in terms of drive health. I need to see drives sustained. And I think we can do that through Justin Herbert. They're making some kind of tribute to Phillip Rivers there a second ago. I don't care what they were talking about. 17's in the chat, man. For my boy, the Space Cowboy, Phillip Rivers. Felipe Rios. Here comes Justin Herbert on the first pass of this offensive drive. A bit too far for Xander Horvath underneath. 2nd and 10 coming up. The football gods don't want me to watch boats. I'm feeling the energy here. What's going on, boss man? Hey, was it you having the issue in terms of picking up the NFL Game Pass and the VPN? Just make sure that you're using PayPal when checking out for NFL Game Pass. You'll be fine. I think that's mainly how most of us do it. Because, of course, you'll run into issues if you try it in any other way. So hopefully that helps you out, man. 2nd and 10, Justin Herbert. And the offense, Gerald Everett in motion behind the quarterback. It might be going to Gerald Everett. No, it's going over the middle. And that is Trey McKitty, the tight end, who's going to be picking up about 4 yards. 3rd and 6 coming up. 3rd and 6. Letting Pep Hamilton go was a mistake. I don't think Pep Hamilton's been doing that good, man. If I'm being honest, he's the offensive coordinator for the Texans now, right? I don't know. Maybe he will do better with Justin Herbert. 3rd and 6 coming up for Herb and the Chargers. Come on, Justin. Get that ball off. He's going to fit it into a nice pocket. Looks like DeAndre Carter with the reception. And that's a big first down in the direction of Gerald Everett as well. DeAndre Carter, nice play there. And the Chargers, fresh set of downs in Houston territory. Let's go. I think the big one that we want to see get a shot at it is going to be Shane Day. If there's anybody on the planet that knows Justin Herbert better than Shane Day, I'd like to meet him. I'd like to meet him. 1st and 10 for the Chargers offense. In motion is Josh Palmer. It's going to be a handoff to Joshua Kelly. And Kelly is going to hit that space. Lean and mean and picks up about 7 yards. It'll be a Chargers 2nd and 4 coming up. Joshua Kelly looking pretty nice, man. Let's do that, baby. Let's attack on the ground with JK and Sony Michel and use Austin Eckler on pretty much every passing down. Design something to get Austin Eckler in space. Nice draw play for the Chargers. Here comes another run by JK. And JK, man, running into his own man. He ran into Mike Williams, but still picks up the first down. And it's going to be the Chargers' ball at the Houston 35-yard line. So far, they're running a bit better than last week already. But again, this is one of the worst run Ds in the league with the Houston Texans. One of the better pass rushers, or pass rushing units, but one of the worst in run defense. Yeah, Joshua Kelly's looking pretty good, baby. Looking pretty good. And of course, chat, that doesn't mean that Austin Eckler has any issue. Of course, if you see Eckler out there, you're going to be probably putting more resources into stopping him over the middle. That's your star guy. JK does have the benefit a little bit of being that backup. But at the same time, we just got to get Austin Eckler some space, man. You give him more than a second to, diagnose the field a little bit in the space in front of him, try and find some blockers, whatever. He'll break off for a big one. Yeah. Move, Mike! Get out the way! Alex coming in here with the $2 hut says I nominate Tyler Biscotti for OC. Oh, okay. All right. Or Taylor. I don't know, man. We'll see. Shane Steichen was the dude that everyone, I think, is referencing, not Pep Hamilton. Pep Hamilton, he was such a good quarterbacks coach. Justin Herbert credited him. Is one of the biggest reasons why he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. And then we let him go. Of course, he goes to the Texans, of which he's the offensive coordinator now. It does look like he's struggling a little bit with Davis Mills. It looked pretty promising his first year, but this season it's not the same situation. Shane Steichen, however, leaves to go to the Eagles, and the Eagles offense has just been one of the biggest powerhouses in football this season. Now, maybe we do see something in a guy like Shane Day, who may have a more, let's say, aggressive passing attack than the Chargers have right now. And it's not that I feel the Chargers need to be a pure passing team. I just want them to lean in on their strengths. You know what I mean? And I feel like their strength does lie through the air. They just need to design things a little bit more creative. I feel like there's a lot of conservative play calling in terms of the pass so far. We can do a little bit more with Justin Herbert than what is being given him, at least at this point. So we'll have to wait and see. Tristan Ardian coming in here says, Kelly is a clear number one to me this year. Really? Which tells me maybe it's not all play calling at the run game. I think a lot of it has to do with your strengths in terms of who your personnel decisions, right? If I'm the Chargers, and I got 3-week sample size at this point right now, right? And let's say Joshua Kelly is the dude on the ground. Beautiful. But we got to make sure that that run game continues to elevate. Now, again, today he's going up against one of the worst run Ds in football. But at the same time, let's use Joshua Kelly and those strengths to our advantage. Now, what about Austin Ekeler? Well, Austin Ekeler is one of the better tackle-breaking running backs, receiving running backs. Get him out there in open space. Again, use these guys in unison. Keep Austin Ekeler out there and available on passing downs and give the ball to J.K. on running downs. Everybody's got fresh feet. I'm feeling pretty good about that. But I still think Austin Ekeler, number one in my opinion. But thank you so much for the $7 holla there, Tristan. 1st and 10 coming up for the Chargers. It's going to be a pitch to Joshua Kelly. And Kelly breaks a tackle, and he's going to get down about 5 yards in. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Chargers at the Houston 30-yard line. Roxy coming in here with the crew ad. Welcome to the crew, guys. If you are a member of the crew, shout them out with a custom emote. Roxy Sizer, welcome to the crew. Thank you so much for the support. Joshua Kelly, 5 yards on that carry. Looking pretty good. Welcome, Roxy. Welcome. You're now part of a crazy group of people. But it's always good fun. 2nd and 5. Keep an eye on number 68 as we continue on, guys. So far, so good with Jamari Sawyer, who looks like he's going to be taking on a safety blitz on this play. And it's going to be Justin Herbert who's going to toss on the run. It's going to be Mike Williams who picks up a solid pocket of yards. It'll be about 10 yards on that play. Should be 15 yards and a first down for the Chargers. The Houston 15-yard line. That's what I'm talking about, Joe. Let's criticize Joe when he's at fault, but that's how you use Mike Williams. Don't keep him exclusive for those 50-50 toss-ups. Don't keep him exclusive for those jump balls in double coverage. Let's use him. Let's break out some of that slant boy footage, man. Let's watch that. Let's use a little Michael Thomas in the mix too, dude. Let's go. Here comes Austin Ekeler. Finds a hole. Picks up 5. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Chargers at the Houston 10. Let's use 81 a little more creatively. That's what I feel like, baby. Just because he doesn't have the separation of a Keenan does not mean he doesn't have the separation at all. Let's see something happen. Why haven't they thrown to Bandy? Have we seen Bandy in there yet, right? 83? Is that correct, his number, 83? Kyle Kosham says, I know it's a Chargers page, so stop the hate there. Raiders versus Broncos. Do you want Denver or Las Vegas to? I'm partial to the Raiders staying winless. Honestly, if it were me, I would hope the Raiders lose this one. That's just me. Here comes Austin Ekeler with a nice draw, and Austin Ekeler makes his way into the end zone. That is a Chargers touchdown. Austin Ekeler, first of the season, and he's one touchdown in, baby. Let's go. Chargers going to be up 13-0, 14 pending extra points. Let's get it, baby. Austin Ekeler. His ears were burning. And he makes his way in for 6, and the Chargers are on the board yet again. That's what we're talking about, baby. Let's go. Some love from Tara and Hugo. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 30's in the chat. Chargers up 14-0. And we got still a whole quarter left in the first half, baby. Let's get back out there on defense. Nice play, number 30, Austin Ekeler, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Finally. I know, guys. First of many to come. Austin Ekeler, he just need a little. He's like them little old cars, right, in the 1920s. You got to put that little, lever in the front, and you got to get it. You got to get it going a little bit first, and then he's off to the races, man. He's off to the races. Let's go, baby. Give me a few seconds here, guys. Oh, Austin Ekeler, welcome back to the Los Angeles Chargers. And we got some hollers coming in here, baby. Rick Monterosas has finally 30 involved in the offense. Bolt up, baby. Oh, man. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like in safer hands when Eckler starts getting into his groove, right? This could be the game, right? Versus one of the worst run defenses in the league. This could be the game that he gets back on track, baby. Let's go. Eric Black says, I think our ability to make turnovers on defense has been something we haven't seen since 2006. Amen. I know Eck just scored, but I'm stoked about RD. This is the way, Eric. This is the way. This is the way. One of the biggest points of emphasis this offseason, I kept trying to hammer in my videos, was the fact that the Chargers have not been a turnover or defensively dominant team since around 2006. It's been a long time. And it feels like Brandon Staley, that hire was meant to get this defense back to its glory days. And the best way you can do that is by generating big plays. And you take a look at this roster from top to bottom in terms of the Chargers and who they're rostering in terms of their defense. You got playmakers everywhere. Nasir, Derwin, ASJ, Callahan, JC, Khalil, Joey, even Drew Tranquil in there, man. These guys are out there to take the ball away. And I feel like it's finally starting to come together a little bit, man. I love it. I love it. Hugo, the doorman boss, says, chat, you were saying, put some respect in the name of the Austin Eckler. He is back, baby. He is back, baby. Good to see you, number 30. Thank you so much, Hugo. Coming to the aid of an Austin Eckler. Jack Say with the $2 as director, what would your touchdown end zone celebration be? Oh, man, dude. I don't know, man. I always loved that Sean Merriman lights out celebration, though. I got to be honest. Maybe a tribute to Big Sean. Joe Alexander says, I was terrified by this game due to our situation. Now I feel the weight off my shoulders, but I hope the fans learn not to underestimate our opponents. That's such solid advice, too, man. And of course, the Jacksonville Jaguars, maybe they're not what we thought they were. They're currently holding the Philadelphia Eagles, who've been scoring like crazy, to 0 points. And they put 14 on the board. Maybe the Jags are for real, too. You never know. But, yes, never underestimate an opponent. Even an opponent like the Houston Texans. Thank you so much, Joe, for the $5 holla. Taylor says Joe Lombardi is probably in the hot seat. Yeah, he is. I think he knows it. I think he's going to try some newer, braver things today. As the Chargers pass rush gets in there, almost gets a sack. It's going to be tossed short to their running back and then cleaned up very quickly by Sebastian Joseph Day. 2nd and 9 coming up. Yes, sir. Where is Bandy? We'll keep an eye out for Bandy. Bandy, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. I think number 83, who you're going to want to be looking out for on offense. Again, if you guys are looking for players on offense to monitor to see if how much are they going to be involved this week, 83 at wide receiver for Bandy, 68 for Sawyer at left tackle. So far, Sawyer, man. Ooh. 68's in the chat, baby. Sawyer's been holding up big. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Chargers. Khalil Mack's almost in there again. It's going to be tossed underneath again, and it's Brandon Cooks who gets cleaned up again by Bryce Callahan. 3rd and 5 coming up. I want the Texans to get shellacked. I love it, baby. I love it. Quick score update throughout the league. Tennessee over the Indianapolis, 14-3. Chicago keeping pace with the New York Giants, 6-7. Jacksonville, 14-0 over Philadelphia. New York Jets, 10-0 over Pittsburgh. Things looking interesting out there today, especially with that morning game. That was a good morning game, by the way. It was nice to wake up, cup of coffee, turn on some football. I think I woke up around the second quarter. Not too bad. Here comes a pass way too high. Looked for number 12. Is that Nico? It was number 12. It's too high, too far, and that's a 4th and 5 for the Houston Texans. Chargers defense does their job yet again. Let's go. Who was in coverage back there? I think more credit to the pass rushers on that one. Yes, Nico Collins. Pass rushers forced another bad throw. Way too high for Nico. And it's 4th and 5 and a punt for Houston. Joe Alexander says Lombardi calls plays like he is Vince. A bit of old school football, right? DeAndre Carter on the return. Able to evade a tackle and takes it for an additional 10 yards. Chargers will get the ball at the 27-yard line. First rule with the $10 house says it's okay to be sad and down about the last loss and injuries. But this is the type of game that gets us back on track. Absolutely first rule. What do we say all the time, right? We say all the time after games like that because we're going to see one or two of those experiences every single year, right? It's just the way football works. Even some of the best teams are going to see games like that. The freaking Chiefs last week, man, they got stomped by the Indianapolis Colts. Be mad today, bolt up tomorrow, right? It's a fancy way of saying, you know, we'll get them next time. Keep your chin up, right? And I feel the same way with the fans, too. We see stuff like this all the time, but it's how you respond that matters. And so far, the Chargers' response, I'm liking what I see quite a bit. I love it, dude. Absolutely love it. We should trade for Shrek just because of his name. Put Shrek and we'll clap out there. We'll be the meme team. We'll go play the Looney Tunes on whatever planet that is in Space Jam for that All-Star game this offseason. One day, man, we'll see a meme team in the NFL. Rick Monterosa. Thank you so much, sir. And First Rule, thank you so much for the $10 haul. It's how you respond. And so far, so good, man. Let's keep it up. Keep your foot on the gas, though, right? If we're still waiting to see what the Chargers do in terms of improving their chances throughout the entire season, I don't want to see them get laxed at all with a 14-0 lead. Step on their throats. You saw firsthand what the Jacksonville Jaguars did to us last week. If they had softened up, we could have come back and won that game. But did they? No. They kept their foot on the gas, they stepped on our throats, and they made sure that lead was just too insurmountable for us to even have a shot at coming back from. Let's do that today. Especially after losing to the Texans in that trap game last year. Man, we got incentive! Let's go out and get them. I was here just ghost watching because I'm at work. Hey, Red. Well, hey, good to see you, man. We'll provide the noise, right? The noise. If you hear me scream, glance at your phone. If you got, some way to watch down the. Oh my God, we'll see a big play coming up in there. We'll clap Shrek. Draft some guy named Donkey. Donald Keys. Donkeys. Donkey. Let's get a Bandy catch. Yeah, I know the chat's very excited to see Bandy. I don't know if we'll see Bandy more than a couple of drives this game, just because, the way the roster works, unless we see 5 wide or something like that, obviously. But, you got Mike Williams, then Josh Palmer, and then DeAndre Carter. After that, we may see some room for Michael Bandy to come in there. As we're looking at a Jalen Hurts touchdown on the ground. Philadelphia now on the board via red zone. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. It's going to be a pitch to Austin Eckler, who does have a little bit of space on the outside. He's able to create about 2-3 yards on that play. 2nd and 7 coming up. How's Sawyer looking so far? Sawyer's looking great, man. I mean, again, there are some concerns. He's not going to be perfect. He's filling some very big shoes of Rashawn Slater. But so far, man, I'm feeling pretty good against that defense that has generated the 4th most sacks this season so far with 10. 2nd and 7 coming up for Justin Herbert. Keep an eye on 68, man. We'll keep an eye on him for the rest of the game. Justin Herbert, play action, looking, tosses it deep over the top, and that's Mike Williams. And Mike Williams over the 40, the 30. He's going to be down to the 25-yard line. Houston 20, correction. That is an H-bomb over the top. And Mike Williams finally getting schemed open. Joe, I can kiss you. Get this man involved in more than 50-50 passes, and good things are going to happen, man. He runs a deep in. I just say an intermediate in over 10 yards. And that post, there's no safety over the top within like 15 yards, and Mike's able to book it down there to the 20-yard line. Chargers with the ball, 1st and 10 at the Houston 20. It's going to be another run by Austin Eckler, and Eckler bounces to the outside. Eckler to the corner, and it's a Chargers touchdown! Austin Eckler is back, baby! 30's in the chat. Let's go! Let's go, baby. Austin Eckler is back for revenge. Let's go, Eck. Are we back? I don't know. It feels like we're back. 21-0 with 10 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. I'm thinking we're back. Let's go, Eck. Holy cow, dudes. Austin Eckler, so far 2 touchdowns on the day. He's having himself a day today, man. Let's go check the fantasy football. See how the director's doing in his big league where he traded for Austin Eckler. He traded the farm, but, man, it was worth it. 15 points within the 1st quarter and half of play. That's got to make you feel a little good, right? It's got to make you feel a little bit good. Austin Eckler is back, baby. I'm thinking I'm back. Maybe that'll be the opening of the video. Tomorrow in the game recap. We'll get that one from John Wick. People keep asking if I'm back. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Ballin' James with the $2 says, Sawyer walled off 2 rushers on that deep pass. Oh, I cannot wait to go back and watch the replay. Holy cow, baby. 30s in the chat, 81s in the chat. Let's throw some 68s in the chat, too, for good measure, man. Sawyer's putting up a great day versus one of the better defensive lines in football. Kyle Kallstrom coming in with the $10 says, welcome back, Austin Eckler. Welcome back. Number 30, baby. Let's go. Oh. So much time left, too, yeah. That's where you know the mentality is alive, man. Back-to-back plays. One for what, like 40, 50 yards, and the next one for 20 and a score. That is the way it's done, Chargers. Oh, welcome back, Eck. Carl, thank you so much for the $10 holla. Ballin', thank you for the 2, man. Let's go, baby. The Chargers are feeling alive all of a sudden. This is what we were excited to see this season, man. This was it. Oh, such a nice start for the Chargers so far. Beautiful, beautiful start. Shout out to the 1,000 in the chat, man. If you guys haven't yet, hit that like and sub. Join the fold and have some fun, man. Let's get it, baby. Chargers football is back. Chase Carrasco coming in here says, Ayo, Herbert revenge game against these Texans. Last week sucked, but it's good to reveal the phony Bolts Rams, who are worse than Raiders fans. Let's go, and Staley. I love you, director. Hey, Chase, man. If you were my sister, I'd kiss you. You know, there's 1,000 people in the chat right now that probably don't get that joke. So we are treading some dangerous territory. Hey, Chase, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Shadow Blade with the 340. He says, or with the $2 haul, he says, oh, man, this game is giving me a serotonin I need today. Hey, man, go throw yourself at the gym today, too. Let's take these emotions and put them to good use. Karen coming in with the $30. Says, thank you, Echo Bolts. Let's go, baby. Karen with the $30 holla. And the shout out and tribute to our guy, Austin Eckler. Thank you so much, Karen. I really appreciate the love and appreciate the hype behind Austin Eckler. Let's go.
Heck. Go Bolts.
Go Bolts, baby. Karen, thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you so much. $30 holla. All the hype in the world. We're here, baby. We are here. Oh. Norton who? I like seeing that in the chat. The first freestyle kid says, after last week's pain, I want the Chargers to drop a 50 bomb. Oh, please and thank you, sir. Please and thank you. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Dude, I had Austin Eckler everywhere in Underdog Fantasy this week, too, dude. I had so many Austin Eckler picks in here. I'm actually just going to check up on it really quick. Yeah, baby. Oh, so far so good, dude. Check this out. I got 5 picks for $500, and so far so good. We just got to keep Brandon Cooks under 63 receiving yards. But man, that's actually looking pretty sweet so far, dude. 5 picks for $500. Yowzers, man. It could happen. Keep it up, Chargers. We need another like 150 passing by Justin Herbert. Definitely possible. We need Gerald Everett to get about 20 more yards receiving. But everything else is good to go, man. Holy cow. Could be a good day today, man. Let's go, baby. Let's go. If you guys sign up for Underdog, make sure to use code DIRECTOR for 100 to get a deposit match up to $100 using code DIRECTOR, baby. Let's do it, man. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's do it, Chargers. Let's get these guys. Ross coming in here says, Slater may be back at the end of the year, too. Yeah, dude. So if he comes back, dudes, if he comes back, right, and Sawyer's been killing it all season long, I think that worst, we got ourselves a starting right tackle, right? But Sawyer so far, man, I am very impressed. I am very impressed. Let's get Khalil a sack. I agree. Oh my goodness, dude. Let's go. What a start so far. Give me 1 second, guys. And we are back. Bro Bike says, $2 how's Zion looking today? Zion's been fantastic, dude. Zion's been pretty fantastic all season long. My heart happy seeing, yeah, dude, it's been nice today, man. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Zion as well, but this offensive line's been holding up real nice. So Ross, Burrell, guys, thank you so much for the holla. That freestyle kid. You guys are amazing, man. Chargers. And again, we still have 10 minutes in the first half. And the Chargers up 21-zip. Things looking good so far, man. Let's get Khalil Mack let's get Khalil Mack some sacks this game too, man. Again, they have a very nice offensive line. Chargers been generating some pretty nice heat so far. Despite that, this game, let's get some more, man. Let's get some more. 1st and 10. Houston Texans offense back out on the field, starting at the 25-yard line. They're coming out in strong form, and it's going to be a pitch to Dameon Pierce. And Pierce is going to bust through the outside. Pierce on the sideline. Uh-oh. Dameon Pierce, he's turned on the Jets. He's all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. Bend, but don't break, Chargers. Yo!
Next year,
holy
imagine
cow.
this line: Slater, Sailor, Lindsley, Johnson X. Next one-road draft pick, and Pipkins as the swing.
Michael Hodges with the $20 holla. We'll come back to that and circle around just a second. But my, oh my. Dameon Pierce. One nice cut to the inside and nothing but green in front of him. Nasir Adderley just not able to get a hand on him. And once Dameon Pierce is in open field, there is no catching up to number 31. PAT is up and good. And that's a big, big play for the Houston Texans. My, oh my. It's time for the Chargers to go out there. It's been 12 seconds. And the Chargers offense will be right back out there. We got to step on their throats, baby. We got to go right back out there and keep that momentum on our side because that was a big play for Houston. We'll take another look at this replay. Chat says DJ was held. And yes, he was. But again, it's a close one. You can call that either way or not call it. It's also a very good play by Houston. So we'll just chalk that one up to Dameon Pierce doing Dameon Pierce things. I'm taking another look here at Derwin James. Yeah, he was held big time. Never mind. On that replay, Derwin James should have been able to turn around and at least get a foot or something of Dameon Pierce. But that's a big time hold. The jersey stretched all the way to the middle of his chest. Yikes, baby. That's a blown one by the refs. I will still give Dameon Pierce credit because the dude really turned it on and was able to jet all the way down the field, but that's a big missed call right there. Here come the Chargers back on offense. Jackson could have made an attempt at the 5-yard line. He probably could have. That's just a big play by Pierce, man. Let's get the Chargers offense back on the field and see if they can answer quickly. Make sure to keep that momentum as long as you can. As DeAndre Carter's going to be taken down at the 18. And Justin Herbert in the offense will take the field. We have the most blown calls. Yeah, it can be discouraging, but keep those big plays coming, Chargers. Let's make sure that any blown calls or anything like that is not in against us this week. Now let's circle back to Michael Hodges. $20 holla, might I add. Michael, thank you so much. He says, next year, imagine this line. Slater, Sawyer, Lindsley, Johnson. Next first-round draft pick, and Pipkins at swing. It's a solid offensive line, my man. Sawyer too, man. He's definitely out there proving he's our guy next season. Here comes Austin Eckler with a nice cut, and Eckler is going to pick up the first down and more. Still fighting. About 15 yards on that play, and Austin Eckler picks up a Chargers first down. But that's a great point to be made right there, Michael. I feel like the Chargers offensive line, as good as it is getting even better. Here comes the next hurry-up offense for the Chargers. They're going to sling it over the middle, and that's going to be Josh Palmer with a huge reception. 25 yards over the middle, and the Chargers offense is quick to answer. Let's keep it going, baby. Keep this momentum going. Michael, thank you again so much for the $20 holla, my man. Let's keep that offensive line trending in the right direction. And we keep seeing Sawyer out here, man, making some plays, dude. Sawyer giving Justin Herbert some time to operate. Of course, we have to also credit Corey Lindsley, who's obviously out there calling some of the best protection assignments in football. Very nice and very hopeful to see the Chargers improve on that stat. Here comes J.K. Joshua Kelly. He gets tackled immediately. 2nd and 11 coming up. But the Chargers now at the Houston 44 can position themselves for at least a field goal, hopefully, to push them ahead several scores over the Houston Texans. Not too shabby so far, Chargers. Let's see about picking up that first down first before we get too excited. Justin Herbert. It's good to see Corey Linsley back in front of him, man. I can't lie, dude. That's a beautiful sight to see. Corey Linsley, perhaps the best in football. 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert steps back, fires to the sideline. It's Mike Williams who dives for it. He's going to pick up about 7 yards, 8 yards. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Chargers at the Houston 36-yard line. Very nice catch for Mike Williams. This is what I really needed to see from Mike this game, man. He is more than what his previous career has stated he is, man. He's not just a 50-50 guy. He's not just a contested catch guy. He can run, dude. He can separate. And so far, I've seen 2 or 3 plays this game that prove he can do so. Very nice by Mike Williams. 3rd and 3 coming up. Can the Chargers convert? Justin Herbert steps back, looking, has some time, fires over the middle, and it's going to be Gerald Everett again. And Gerald Everett takes the ball down to the 21-yard line. And the Chargers got another 1st and 10 in Houston territory to 22-yard line. Let's go, baby. Sevens in the chat. Gerald Everett starting the day off with a touchdown. He's going to continue it on now with another 1st down, giving the Chargers some nice momentum on offense. Keep that momentum going, Chargers. This offensive line looks day and night different. Yeah, he's balling today too, man. He's been very reliable this season. 1st and 10. Eckler lining up on the outside. Like to see that. Justin Herbert, 5 wide. Fires to the sideline. It's Everett again. And Gerald Everett. Little bit of yak. Takes 2 players to take him down. He's going to pick up another 1st down at the Houston 6. Run this offense through Gerald Everett this week. Good thing's going to happen. Him and Austin Eckler. So far, so good on the prediction this game, man. I'm feeling good, baby. I'm feeling good. Gerald Everett picks up another 1st, and he's going to have himself a very nice day. Great block by 68. Let's go, baby. 1st and 10. Everett taking a breather on the sideline. Of course, remember what happened last time he wasn't able to step out. 1st and 10. Austin Eckler's back there. Josh Palmer in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Eckler, and Eckler's going to fumble it, and he's still going to pick it up. That could have been disastrous. Looks like there was a little bit of bumpage between Austin Eckler and Josh Palmer. Caused a bad trade. And fortunately for us, Austin Eckler able to scoop that thing up, still try and run with it. Yeah, a little bit of bumpage between him and Josh Palmer. Got a little bit too cute with the play calling on Joe Lombardi. Of course, you want to see better execution by your players, but 2nd and goal, and we're fortunate to still be in this position. 2nd and goal for the Chargers. Little bit of bumpage. Here comes Justin Herbert in motion. He's going to be running for it. Herbert trying to buy a little bit more time, slings it to the back of the end zone. It's Mike Williams in triple coverage, and he still almost comes down with it. 3rd and goal coming up. Nice play by Mike Williams and Justin Herbert trying to find some space. But Josh Palmer, he was wide open in the middle of the end zone. Not wide open. He had a coverage guy on him, but it's still a lot of space in front of him. Could have been thrown open. And Mike Williams almost able, a little bit too far to the sideline. Probably the best, though, because there was 2 guys right in his face. 3rd and goal coming up. Let's get a touchdown here, Justin. Let's get a touchdown right here. Justin Herbert steps back. He looks, fires underneath. It's Austin Eckler. And Eckler able to pick up about 5. It'll be 4th and 5. Chargers take their points, right? You got to take your points here. Go up 24-7. Feel good about it. At least walk away with points here, man. They're looking at the sideline, too, thinking, are we going to see another 4th down try right here? Nah, take your points. Here come the field goal unit. Yeah, give them the points. I feel like giving them the points here is the right call. Because then what? It's still a 2-possession lead, even if they go for 2 each time. Special teams collapse on the right side. Still, Hopkins able to punch it through. It'll be 24-7. Yeah, no, I feel like it was fine to take the points in that situation. Being up 21-7, if you can guarantee you're up 2 possessions, I think you do that. Yeah, take the points. I like it. I think you stick with that. And so far, Justin Herbert and the Chargers have been looking really nice on offense. They'll get another opportunity here soon. Defense needs to make sure to keep Dameon Pierce in check, though. They're showing the replay right now of his touchdown run. Cannot let him loose again. Step on their throat. Do it. 3-score lead for the Chargers. Let's see. It would be 8 and 8, 16, right? Yeah, 3-score lead. Let's go for it, baby. Chargers getting ready to kick it back to the Houston Texans. We'll be right back, guys, in just a moment. Oh, dude, sorry about that. We had the mic muted. The reverse mic. Thank you guys so much. Okay, as I was saying just a second ago, as the Chargers and Texans, 2nd and 15 coming up for the Houston Texans on offense. Maybe you guys can help Director out a little bit. I felt very strongly about this lineup on Underdog Fantasy, okay? Maybe we'll show it here again in just a second. But I went big on this game because I felt very strongly about some certain players going up against the Houston Texans. 5 picks for $500, right? We need to hope that we keep Brandon Cooks under 63 total yards. If that happens, man, the Director may win big on this one. $500 would be huge. And here comes a reception by the tight end over the middle. Is that O.J. Howard? Yes, it is over the middle. 1st and 10 for the Houston Texans at the 38-yard line. Whew. Come on, defense. NFL Bad Lip bringing by the Director. We'll go back in and put some nonsense in a little bit later. Thank you, guys. Sorry, I should have looked at the chat. But keep an eye on Brandon Cooks, man. If we can keep him under 63 total yards, we may be in for some big bucks today, baby. Let's go. Brandon Cooks. Got to keep him low. Here comes another pass by Mills, who's under pressure. And it was intended for number 15, and a flag comes in late on this play. Bryce Callahan in coverage on 15. Holding on the defense on J.C. Jackson, who's on Nico Collins. It'll be 5 yards and a first down for Houston. Yeah, we got to chill. We got to chill. First and 10 for Houston at the 33. If there's one thing the Chargers need to clean up from this game, it's definitely the penalties. 2:23 left on the clock. Chargers have a timeout burned. Let's get a stop and maybe try and get on the board one more time to keep that momentum on our side in the second half. Here comes a run by Dameon Pierce. Sebastian Joseph Day with a nice stop there. Cleaned up by Nasir Adderley. Now, we got to give JC some time to settle in. And we'll keep an eye on how JC's doing throughout the season, too. Two-minute warning coming in. Chargers have 2 timeouts. Houston Texans at the Chargers' 29-yard line. Love to see another big play here. Man, I'm sweating a little bit too, man. And by the way, that pick, 5 for $500, it's insured. So if I didn't insure it, it would have been $1,000. But still, we've already hit. So I can at least live fine knowing that we've already made the money back. And if Herbert can get another, like, I don't know, 80 yards or so, and if Brandon Cooks can stay under 63.5 yards, that's 500 right there, baby. Oh, that's disgusting. I think I have 2 exposures on this game as well. 4 picks for $150. I have Josh Palmer with 4 receptions. He's only got 1 so far. Nico, we have to keep him under 20 yards. Austin Eckler needs 41 receiving yards. That one probably won't hit, but the big one, the one I went all in on, that one could hit. That one could hit. That's exciting. I'm a little bit nervous here now, man. There's a lot at stake here, baby. Yeah, JC, we got to give him some time to settle in. Don't worry too much about JC right now. If we get in a couple of weeks, then, yeah, definitely we need to monitor that and see what's going on with him. Danny Fine coming in. He says, what's up, Chargers fans? $24 holla. He's playing catch up with the traditional holla per point, baby. Let's go, dude. What's going on, Danny?
Fans?
Let's get it, baby. Good to see you, man. Danny back in the chat, baby. Whew, what a game so far, man. Texans do have the ball at the 29-yard line, though. And the Chargers up 24-7. We got to learn a little bit from the Jacksonville Jaguars last week, man. We got to step on their throats. Bend but don't break on defense. Let's hold them to 3. Let's go, baby. Thank you so much again, Danny Fan. Good to see you, my man. Yeah, Hugo's not hearing any of this Eckler slander, man. So far, 2 touchdowns on the day. He's looking fantastic. Chargers do need to clean up these penalties a little bit, though, man. Do need to clean up the penalties a little bit. As we are back from the 2-minute warning, Chargers defense will be right back out on the field looking to bend but not break versus the Houston Texans, who have the ball 2nd and 6 on the 29-yard line. They're giving us a little tour of the Houston facilities. Play man DBs. I feel it. I feel that hard, man. If we want to see what JC's all about, put that man in man coverage. Let's go. Come on, defense. Bend, but don't break. And if I'm the Chargers, I'm looking to maybe spend some time outs where possible. Give Justin Herbert a 2-minute drive if you can. If we get some nice stoppage here, I'd love to see the Chargers offense back on the field to extend this lead. Here comes a handoff. It's going to be Pierce, and Pierce is not going to pick up very much yards at all. Kyle Van Noy in there for the stop. And it's going to be a pickup of about 1 yard, and the clock continues to roll. Chargers, spend a timeout maybe? I don't like seeing as much time, roll off the clock right here. It looks like the Chargers did call a timeout. Okay, good. But after like 10, 15 seconds, 3rd and 5 coming up. Chargers did take a timeout. Minute 39 on the clock. There's still a little bit of something to work with. But I would have liked to see that. Yeah, we're seeing defense all over the chat, baby. Let's go. How are the Bills doing? Let's take a live score update. The Bills down 3-20 versus the Baltimore Ravens. Yo, that's a big one to monitor too, guys. They got about 1:41 left in their game. We'll keep an eye on that one. 3rd and 5 coming up for Davis Mills and the Houston Texans. Can the Chargers get a stop right here and perhaps burn another timeout? Hopefully it could be an incompletion, something. Just get a stop right here. That's all I'm focused on right now. Get a stop right here. Don't worry about the clock too much until we get a stop. Here comes Mills underneath, and it's going to be a reception by Nico, and he might be a little bit short. I think they're going to call him a little bit short. Minute 30, clock is rolling. They are spotting him well short of the first down. 4th down coming up for Houston. What are they going to do? Looks like they're trying to decide if they want to go for the 3, if they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Bit of a messy situation for Houston. They do have their offense back on the field. Lining up I form, Chargers loading the box. They're going for it on 4th and 1. It's going to be a fake, and it's going to be a sack. That's Khalil Mack on the 4th down. He got in there free, and it's a sack for Mack and a turnover on downs for the Chargers day. Let's go. 52's in the chat. And the Chargers will get the ball right back with 50-something seconds on the clock. 57 seconds and a timeout. Tristan coming in here says, I should correct myself. Playing like the number one so far this year. Something is up with that. I feel you. Thank you for the clarification there, Tristan. Oh, my goodness. Khalil Mack. We are missing Joey Bosa, but we still got playmakers out there on the edge, baby. Chargers in the offense come right back out. 57 seconds left to make something happen. Joshua Kelly not able to bring in an underneath pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 54 seconds left. Let's go, 52. I love seeing the chat just go bonkers with the numerals after a big play by Khalil Mack, man. Oh, my goodness. 2nd and 10 coming up for Justin Herbert and the offense. Yeah, I feel that, Eric. We'll circle back to that in a second. I'll feel that. Here comes Justin Herbert looking for a target. Fires it off to the sideline. And it's Michael Bandy! We got a Bandy sighting, baby. Michael Bandy, 24 yards, and the Chargers out of bounds too, might I add. The Chargers got the ball at the Houston 44. Time is stopped in a big play by Michael Bandy. Yo, Eric with the $2 says Khalil Mack's washed up, said every Raiders fan ever. I'd like to see him prove that wrong. Continue to prove him wrong there. Michael Bandy, baby. Carl's still going with the Mack attack. Let's get it, baby. Michael Bandy, dude. Gets wide open for that huge first down. 1st and 10, Herbert looking, fires underneath. It's going to be Gerald Everett. And Everett steps out of bounds. Beautiful play so far by the Chargers playmakers. Able to get to the sideline. 2nd down coming up. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the Houston 38. And the Chargers making the most of the minute they had on the clock. It's only been about 15 seconds. And they're already down at the Houston 38 with a stopped clock and still a timeout. This has been a great drive by the Chargers offense so far. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. Justin Herbert. And it looks like maybe an encroachment. Justin's going to take the free play. And for some reason, the receiver stopped in his tracks. But it should be a penalty on the Houston Texans. Should result in a first down at the Houston 35-yard line. I should say, yeah, 33-yard line. We're waiting to see what the refs say. Could be a false start as well. Waiting to see. Looks like offsides to me, though. Eric Block with $2 says, man, I really want to see a Mike Will touchdown. Me too, baby. Let's do it. This is the situation to test that, right? If he's got one-on-one coverage, go ahead and test that. Toss it up. 2 fouls. How is that intentional grounding if it was a free play? Okay, they offset. It's still 2nd down. What? Jason Moore was the guy out wide that decided to stop. If he continued running, it wouldn't have been intentional grounding. Didn't like that. Didn't like that, Jason Moore. Jason Moore of your fantasy footballers. Get it together, man. Get that cardio in, baby. We got to run all the way down to the end zone. 2nd and 4. Justin Herbert trying to find some time. Checks down underneath to Austin Eckler. Eckler's trying to find the sideline, and he does. It'll be a pickup of maybe half a yard, but still 4th down, or I should say 3rd down. 3rd and 5 coming up. Good job by Austin Eckler to find the sideline. Maybe in that situation, you try to get the first down first, though, with the one timeout. 29 seconds left to play. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's on Justin Herbert so much as it is on the wide receiver. Jason Moore should have continued running down the field, especially on a free play. You got to put in 110% effort because it's a free play. 3rd and 5. Justin Herbert looks. He's going to be running to the side. Fires it off to the sideline. It's Michael Bandy! And Bandy has got the first down at the 15-yard line. And the Chargers trying to hurry up. No, they're going to burn that timeout. Bandy, baby! Oh, my goodness. And the Chargers got a 1st and 10 at the Houston 14. Michael Bandy making himself available. Justin Herbert, beautiful pass off of his back foot. And Bandy, he should have gone out of bounds, but still beautiful play to get the first down. Chargers got 20 seconds. No timeout. You'll have a couple opportunities to slink it into the end zone. Let's do it, baby. 83, dude. This is why we've been all screaming for his name to get out there this season. Yeah, he's got to get out of bounds. He's got to get out of bounds, but still, Michael Bandy gives us a shot. That was third down, dudes. He gives us a shot there. Made a little mistake, but man, he's been this drive sustainer so far. 24-7. Can the Chargers get into the end zone here? 20 seconds. You can maybe take one shot over the middle. But you got to get out of bounds. Justin Herbert steps up, fires, middle of the field. It was intended for DeAndre Carter. He's looking for a flag. He's not going to get one. 2nd and 10 coming up, 15 seconds on the clock. We'll take a look at the replay, see if we should have seen a flag on that play. Justin Herbert, beautiful ball over the middle. Maybe a bit of a tight coverage throw there, but I'm waiting to see what DeAndre Carter wanted a flag for. Maybe he got tugged. 2nd and 10. And lots of flags out on the field. Looks like a false start. False start for the Chargers. Now, Bolt Beat just posted an interesting article here. After this game, can you afford to put him back on the practice squad? I think not. Someone's going to scoop up Michael Bandy in an instant because now he's proven in the preseason and in the regular season. 2nd and 15 coming up for the Chargers. This will put him at the Houston 19-yard line. You can take a couple of shots, but they got to go incomplete or to the sideline. You cannot afford to come down with it inbounds. Justin Herbert's going to toss to the back of the end zone. He was just looking for Mike Williams. It's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 15 coming up. Chargers, at this point, very nice drive. Walk away with points. I wouldn't even take another shot here. I would send out your field goal unit. What do you guys think? I would take that field goal right now. You got 8 seconds left. You could easily burn the rest of that clock trying to get another shot into the end zone from where you are at the 19. I would just take the 3 now. But let's see what happens. Justin Herbert and the Chargers still out there. 16 seconds on the game clock. And they're going to go for one more shot into the end zone. Let's see what happens. This is kind of a bold move, guys. Justin Herbert, and it's going to be whistled dead. Timeout by Houston. They may have saved our butts. They may have saved our butts. I would take the 3 here, man. You take the 3, then you're up 20 points. Popper says Bandy is in for Palmer, who's walking on the sideline gingerly with his helmet off. Ooh, Tara, good looking out. We got to watch out with these injuries, man. They're stacking. And the Chargers, although had some really nice depth at wide receiver, we're kind of at that limit now with DeAndre Carter, Michael Bandy seeing more playing time. We'll have to keep that monitored. Thank you so much, Tara. 3rd and 15 coming up. The Chargers still got their offense out there. 8 seconds. It's got to be a very quick play. You got to test Mike Williams or Gerald Everett on this one. It's got to be very fast. Or throw it away. Throw it away. Justin Herbert tosses it to the sideline very quickly, and it's going to be 4 seconds left on the clock. Okay, cool. They're going to take their 3 now. I like it. I like it. I like it. I dig it. 4th and 15. 4 seconds left on the clock. The Chargers should be able to take their 3 here. Hopefully go up 27-7 and a lot of momentum in the second half. The Chargers not only got a stop on defense, allowed no points on that big drive, but also able to get points of their own with only 57 seconds left on the clock in the first half. Very, very nice, man. I'll take the 3 here all days of the week. It's up, and it is good. That's going to drain the rest of the clock. And the Chargers, that's going to take us down to the half. Chargers up 27-7. And your Bolts, baby, looking very good to start this game. Up 20 points over the Houston Texans. So far, so good. But we got to keep that mentality of keep your foot on the gas, baby. Keep your foot on the gas. Yes, sir, man. I feel it. Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Ah! Hang on. I'm gonna log into something here real quick so you guys can help me monitor this. This is nutty, dude. I'm gonna log into Underdog Fantasy so you guys can see. And you guys can maybe help cheer me on in this one because I felt very strongly about this game. All right, so you guys can help me out with this one. How's Joey Boats doing? He's going to be back in 8 to 10 weeks, so it could be around week 10, 11. I have to wait and see. Danny Fan, he says 2-2 tie from first goal. Brady. What? Let's go, baby. $3 holla. Appreciate the love. All right, you guys got to help me out here, okay? Root on the director this week because we got a big one that could hit, dude. We got a big one that could definitely hit. 5 picks for $50. I insured this pick. Right, so it says insured for $50 here at the bottom. That basically means that we pretty much already hit, right? So we've got 3 that have already hit. We got Justin Herbert that needs something like 40 yards in order to hit as well. So that'll be 4 out of the 5. We just need to hold Brandon Cooks to under 63 yards this game, and that $50 will have turned into $500. This is a big one, man. I felt super strongly about this game, so this is the most I've ever put on a game this season. I put $50 on this game with that pick'em, and so far it's looking like it could pay off. But we got to hold Brandon Cooks in the second half. Can we do it, baby? Can we do it? I think we can do it. I think we can do it. We got to hold Brandon Cooks. We got to get Justin Herbert 40 more passing yards, and we're looking pretty frosty right now, man. I'm not going to lie. Is there any way to keep Bandy? Yeah, you can keep Bandy after this game for sure. Oh my goodness, guys. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, by the way, before we go to commercial here for a second on this break, because this is the way, man. I don't know about you guys, but I'm huge into fantasy football. So we picked up another sponsor, this time Underdog Fantasy. If you guys want to join in on the fun, use code DIRECTOR to match your first deposit up to $100. Get your picks in. And I like to interact with people on Twitter on this one. We can all share picks, what we think's going on with this one. And again, I think us Chargers fans, we understand this team pretty well. So even if we're just on the Chargers slate of games every week, I think we have some chance to make some money this season, man. I don't know. That's just me. Steve Simmons with the $5 house says, cut the brake lines. I don't want to see anything but gas until the end of the game. I love it, baby. Cut the brake lines. That's the way to do it. Let's step on the throats, keep our foot on the gas, and put this Texans team away. Much love. Thank you so much there, Steve. And then Aaron Lawrence with a 9 months says Sticky Bandits is here, baby. Eckler is back. Everett shows his worth. What a game to say. We are still here, baby. We're still here. Offensive line looking beautiful. There's so much to talk about, man. We'll be right back in a moment. After a quick break for myself, we'll stand up, stretch our legs, use the restroom, and give you guys a quick reference to our other sponsor, ExpressVPN, the best way to watch NFL week in and week out. One more shout out here from Angel, who says, thank goodness no team picked up Bandy. Yeah, dudes, I think you're going to have to add him to the final roster here very shortly. We'll be right back, guys, in a couple of minutes after a word from our sponsor, ExpressVPN. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, okay, guys? Because we've got a serious problem. One I know almost each and every one of you struggle with every single year. How do I watch football? I simply want to watch football. Okay, let's Google it. I mean, look at this. Why does it have to be so complicated? NBC Sports, Sunday Ticket, Fox. Of course, I could just sign up for satellite TV for like 70 plus bucks a month. Then I could add a sports package with a hefty price tag of like 300 bucks. Wait, no. There's another option, sports fans. One that I discovered last year. One that guarantees I can watch every game I want without the fear of blackouts or channel surfing. And its name is NFL Game Pass. Right, so you're telling me that there's a service that allows me to watch any game I want with Red Zone, NFL Total Access, condensed replays, and NFL original content like Hard Knocks and even more? This is it. This is the answer. This is what I've been looking for. Oh wait, except for one thing. You can watch all the games you want, but not live. But hang on, let me finish. There's a way around this. Using the NFL Game Pass in combination with this vital tool, a virtual private network, or VPN for short. Okay, I lost some of you guys, I can tell. Just wait. What is a VPN? Well, in layman's terms, it's a legitimate service that allows your internet connection to appear like it's coming from anywhere in the world. You see, certain apps and services are subject to a thing called geo restrictions. By using a VPN, we can bounce our signal from other parts parts of the world to grant us access to the NFL Game Pass to allow us to watch live games. But Director, are we sure this is legit? Quick Google search, completely legal. We did it! Guys, this is the answer. This is what I personally have been using for the last 2 years, and I felt it was finally time to share this method. This is an awesome way to navigate the NFL season, and one that I plan to use for the foreseeable future. And if you're like me and you want the best VPN provider out there, definitely check out ExpressVPN. I've tried a couple out. This is definitely the best one for streaming live NFL games. Now make sure you guys check out the link in the description to get 3 months off of ExpressVPN, and for a full and easy tutorial on how to set up NFL Game Pass using ExpressVPN, check out my tutorial video link in the description as well. Break the shackles of conformity and experience football the way it's supposed to be. It's football season, baby. No blackouts, no restrictions. Huge shout out to our sponsor, ExpressVPN. These guys have been amazing this season in helping us, the Bolt fam, and all NFL fans get access to every game live without blackouts. Be sure to hit up the link in the description if you guys are interested in getting signed up. This is something I would try to get set up ahead of time before the games. And once you're set up, you pretty much don't have to do it again. So keep an eye out on that, guys. Good luck to everybody. I know we saw somebody in the chat finally get it able to work today in Boss Man Zay. Good luck to you for the rest of the season, man. Again, there's one hiccup that a lot of people are running into when signing up. Make sure when you're signing up for the NFL Game Pass to use PayPal. I think that's the best way to get around it. So here we go, guys. Thank you again so much to ExpressVPN, as well as Underdog Fantasy, guys. My, oh my. We are looking to hit big today if we can keep Brandon Cooks under 63.5 passing yards. Should be a pretty big one today. Again, if you guys are interested, definitely check out Underdog Fantasy and use code DIRECTOR to match your first deposit up to $100. And make sure to get in on the action, man. Should be a lot of fun. So let's take a look at this box score so far, man. The Chargers versus Houston Texans. So far, Justin Herbert, 234 yards and a touchdown to start the first half. Looking very nice. Davis Mills, 76 yards and an interception. This Chargers defense is getting to work. Los Angeles, as far as rushing, 8 carries for Austin Eckler, 44 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's been looking fantastic. And of course, Dameon Pierce with that runaway touchdown with 99 yards on the day so far. Mike Williams, your leading receiver with 76 yards, no score, but Gerald Everett, 5 for 61 and a touchdown. We knew that he would be a big factor in today's game as well. The Houston Texans is, on the other hand, 27 for O.J. Howard, 24 for Brandon Cooks, or I should say Nico Collins, and 22 for Brandon Cooks. We got to keep that guy under 63.5, only 22 in the first half. Hopefully there's some hope there to hit that big underdog day. And then defensively, we got some nice plays all over the field. I think the big highlight today was Khalil Mack, who got in there for the big sack. Morgan Fox as well on that sack. And then an interception by Nasir Adderley. Things looking pretty good for the Chargers. Hopefully they can keep up this momentum in the second half. Now, as for some of the other things to mention in this game, how about that offensive line, huh? Michael Bandy, little Gerald Everett. Things have been looking real nice in this bounce-back game after the Jacksonville Jaguars. Things are looking pretty good, man. We might have something in Jamari Sawyer, because I have to remind you guys that Sawyer's going up against a top 4 edge rushing position in the league right now, the Houston Texans, with 10 sacks on the season. It was not going to be an easy day for Sawyer, and so far he's definitely holding his own. We also have to keep in mind that we've got Corey Linsley back, who probably is playing a little bit of a hand in there in terms of his leadership on the offensive line to help out Jamari Sawyer on the left side. So far, so good. And Michael Bandy's looking very good as well. Let's take a live look in at the rest of the NFL and the scores today so far. Cleveland and Atlanta tied at 10. They're in the third quarter. Buffalo and Baltimore. Baltimore up 10 points over Buffalo. Baltimore definitely going out there and trying to upset the Josh Allen-led Buffalo Bills. Washington is down 5 points to the Dallas Cowboys in that game. Halftime for the Seattle Seahawks, who are currently over the Detroit Lions. Detroit has been looking pretty good this season. Interesting to see the Geno Smith-led Seattle Seahawks putting in some work there. Tennessee Titans over 24-10 on the Indianapolis. Chicago just trailing the New York Giants. Halftime for the Jags, too, by the way. 14-20 is going to be your score there. And then 10-6 is your score, New York Jets versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Anything else here? We got the afternoon slate of games coming up here in just a moment, too. So there's your score updates. Definitely some interesting ones to keep an eye on there as well. So where are the Raiders, actually? You guys were asking about them. The Raiders and the Denver Broncos play today. Definitely interesting to see. Who do you guys want to see lose that game? I'm not going to say who we want to win, but who do you want to see lose? Me personally, I think it would be better for the team and the Chargers if the Denver Broncos lost that one. But the Las Vegas Raiders, I mean, it would be kind of fun to see that team start the season 0-4. So we'll have to wait and see that one. Is Justin Herbert going to win MVP? I think he's got to be in the running, man. He definitely should, especially after the first 3 seasons. The biggest thing that can help Justin Herbert is that win column. If the Chargers can end this season, let's say a double-digit wins, I think Justin Herbert has as good a shot as anybody. You guys want to see a tie? I would love to see a tie as well, baby. Kenneth coming in. Welcome to the cast. Kenneth, the guys in the chat. Welcome this new member to the chat with his custom emotes. Appreciate all the love in there, guys. We got to beat the Chiefs. Yes, we do. So if you guys are wondering, the Chargers' schedule right now, of course, this week playing the Texans. We need to put this game away. Would love to see a couple more scores by the Chargers offense, a couple other big plays by the Chargers defense. After this, we do play the Cleveland Browns, and I think after that we do play the Denver Broncos. So far, the schedule not as sketchy as it could be. Definitely don't want to underestimate any opponent. But once we reach around week 11 with the Kansas City Chiefs, that's where things start to pick up again. From weeks 11 to 18, it gets pretty tough out there. So the Chargers need to build some momentum, especially while we're waiting for Keenan Allen to come back and Joey Bosa to come back. It definitely could be a huge change of momentum. The Chargers can go in, let's say, good pocket of wins and get some of their stars back before hitting that tougher slate of games. Yeah, huge shout out to Kenneth, man. Thank you again so much for joining the cast. Appreciate all the love out here, man. Appreciate all the love. Chargers and Texans should be coming out of halftime here very shortly, where the Chargers do have a pretty nice lead over the Texans. 20-point lead, as a matter of fact. If the Chargers, they need to keep their foot on the gas, though, right? That's the biggest thing that we're always talking about. Make sure that you bury your opponent. Don't just win. Go out there and take it. And I think the Chargers at this point, with that sort of mentality that they saw versus the Jags last week, can definitely put this one away, let's say in the third quarter, with some aggressive play calling, some brave play calling in terms of their offense. Chargers special teams is out on the field. They are receiving in the second half, by the way. They did start the game off on defense. They'll be starting the second half off on offense. If Justin Herbert and the Chargers get themselves some nice momentum to start this half, I think we'll be looking pretty good. And shout out to Michael Bandy, man. Bandy out there definitely helped sustain that drive that led to 3 more points before halftime. That could be pretty big going down the road. So huge shout out to Michael Bandy. He definitely has to stay on the 53 after this game today. Yes, sir. Chargers get the ball. People super stoked and happy for Michael Bandy. Very excited to see him and his ascension with the Chargers. Feels kind of like a Wes Welker situation, I'm not going to lie. Here comes the punt by the Texans. And it's going to be DeAndre Carter who's going to return it. He's going to get down past the 20-yard line, but just barely. And the Chargers will start at the 21-yard line with Justin Herbert. Yeah, Slater's our left tackle. He is out for the season. May be able to return for the playoffs. But right now, Jamari Sawyer has stepped in, and he's looked pretty good so far in the first half versus Houston, who has a really nice pass rush. Imagine Bandy, Mike, Will, and Keenan Allen. That's what I'm saying, dude. We could get Keenan as back as next week. I know a lot of people are worried about Keenan and re-aggravating that hamstring. I think it wasn't as big of a setback as we were fearing, but it could be a week. It could be a couple of weeks, but I do expect to see him back this season sooner than later. Chargers offense out on the field, getting ready for their first drive of the second half. Yeah, Allen should be back. He re-aggravated his hamstring, but I don't think it was anything too serious. I think they're just playing cautiously with Keenan right now. Here comes the first play. It's a carry by Austin Eckler. And Eckler's going to pick up about 5 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up. Yeah, Allen is still out. He's still out. Yeah, we don't want to rush Keenan Allen. He gives us the best chance to attack that second slate of games. We need him at 100% if we can help it. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Chargers. Austin Eckler in the backfield. Close formation for the Bolts. And it's going to be a fake and then pass underneath to Austin Eckler. Design pass underneath. And Eckler almost able to round the corner. Nice tackle by the Houston Texans. 3rd down coming up. It'll be 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Yeah, Allen is still out. He's still out. Still has that hamstring issue, but he should be back any day now. 71 gave up a block. Yeah, Matt Filer is definitely taking a little bit of a step back this season. So if anything, I think we'll see Sawyer step into his position at some point when we get Slater back. But either way, the Chargers have seen a lot worse days on the offensive line. Here come the Houston Texans, who are loading up the box. They're sending everybody. Justin Herbert needs to sling it out there. And, oh, it was Gerald Everett who had it in his hands, and he dropped it. He dropped it. Oh, no. Gerald Everett wide open on that play. Just not able to cradle it right in his mitts. He looked away to run upfield and didn't secure the pass. It's 4th down. Chargers got to punt it. Oh, that one was ugly. Gerald Everett, great football player, but that was a big mistake there. 4th and 4 coming up. Chargers are going to punt it away. Oh, that was big, man. That was big. Right off the hands. Right off the hands, Everett. You don't like to see that. Chargers defense will take the field again here momentarily as the Houston Texans are going to try and close this lead at least a little bit. Chargers up 20 points over them. But that looks like it could have been something if Gerald Everett could have hang on, man. He, again, one of the best in terms of generating yards after contact. He had one guy who had slipped. He may have been able to take that all the way to the half. At least. Yeah, that was ugly. But yeah, Sawyer is looking good. He's looking good. That's what they call it, Caleb. That bread and butter play's got to come down with that. Here comes another run by Dameon Pierce, and Pierce is going to pick up about 8 yards on that play. Cannot let that man loose. We've already seen what can happen when he hits that outside with some space. It can get ugly. Second half mistakes always cost us games. Hopefully the Chargers can clean some stuff up right now. But it definitely could be worse at this point. Chargers defense has been playing very nice today. Let's get a stop here. 2nd and 2 coming up. Davis Mills has not looked his best so far today. It's going to be a pass underneath to Brandon Cooks, and he's going to get tackled for a loss. That'll take away a couple of yards from that underdog stat line. Beautiful play by the Chargers defense. Thank you, Asante Samuel Jr. We cannot let Brandon Cooks free. Director's looking for a big payday if we can walk away with a nice slate there versus the Houston Texans. That could be big. ASJ is a stud. 3rd and 4 coming up, though. Let's get this defense off the field. 3rd and 4. Rex Burkhead in the backfield. He's lining up at wide receiver in the slot. They're trying to get Nasir Adderley to move down and cover him. Nobody's on him. It is going to Rex Burkhead, and it's going to be Nasir Adderley who moved down a little bit too late, and it's going to be a 1st down for Rex Burkhead and the Texans. Yikes. Yeah, we saw Drew Tranquil like, hey, somebody move down. Somebody move down. He's right there. And Nasir Adderley, I don't know if he wanted to give up his assignment over top. Gave Rex Burkhead a little bit of space to generate enough momentum to get that 1st down. Yeah, cannot let Burkhead get any steam. We know what happened last time. 1st and 10. Houston Texans. It's a handoff. No, it's a fake. But Khalil Mack's in there. Khalil Mack almost got the sack. But there is a flag. Might be holding. Khalil Mack got free. I think somebody tugged on his jersey. Holding on offense. It'll be 1st and 15 coming up. Yeah, Mack almost got his 2nd sack of the game right there. Bring it back. 1st and 20, mind you. Sorry. 1st and 20 coming up on that holding penalty. Khalil Mack was right there. And that hold negated what would have been a sack for Khalil Mack. 1st and 20 coming up. Put JT Taylor in. JT Woods. JT is inactive this game. 1st and 20 coming up. You got Kyle Van Noy opposite Khalil Mack at this point. 3 wide receivers at the top of the screen, and it's going to be Davis Mills who fires it off the hands of the receiver and intercepted by Asante Samuel Jr. Did it hit the ground? It may have. I think it hit the ground. Asante Samuel Jr. trying to dive for the spectacular interception. I think it hit the ground before he was able to cradle it in. On the replay, bounces off the receiver's hands, and it does hit the ground. Very, very close. But good effort by ASJ. That's incomplete. It would have been a very tough interception, so nobody give ASJ any slack on that one. That would have been tough. 2nd and 20. Chris Rumph on the edge. Chargers looking to send another one, and Drew Tranquil trying to hit that gap. And Tranquil backs off into coverage. Ball is snapped, and there is a flag. Delay a game on the Texans, and they're going to be put back another 5 yards. Yeah, very close on the ASJ interception, but not false start. It's going to be a delay a game on the Houston Texans. 2nd and 25 coming up for Houston. Yeah, baby. We're close, man. We're close. Khalil Mack, ASJ, they're forming some cracks on that Houston offense. Can the Chargers force a big play here? Would love to see an interception. 2nd and 25. Davis Mills, little bit of time, passes underneath, and it's going to be Dameon Pierce who makes it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 25 coming up. Who? Let's hold them here, Chargers. Houston Texans at their own 26-yard line with 25 yards to convert. If I'm the Chargers, man, let's load up both them barrels and fire them straight at Davis Mills. Oh, I can't help but feel a little bad for Houston Texans fans. I mean, this game is far from over. We still got a whole second half pretty much, but just seeing that one guy in the stands, right, puts his head back, throws his hat down, that is a couple of seasons worth of pain. Not even just in this one versus the Chargers. 3rd and 25. Chris Rumph almost gets in there, and it's going to be another dump off. And guess what? Derwin James said, no, sir, Burkhead. No, sir. That'll pick up maybe 3 yards, and the Chargers force a 4th down on 4th and 22. Let's go, DJ. What a play. This is what I was talking about too, man. The coverage so good up top. He's going to have to dump that off more often than not. And Derwin James and these DBs as a whole, man, so good at closing that space quickly. Very, very nice play by the Chargers defense. DeAndre Carter, fair catch at the 20. The Chargers will start at the 19-yard line with 9:55 in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, Derwin is scary, man. Hey, who plays Ultimate Team? When we going to get a Derwin James upgrade, man? I'm ready. Give me that Derwin. Oh, Mitch Trubisky's just been benched. Kenny Pickett's coming in to make his NFL debut. If you guys are watching, I got Red Zone on the side right here. We'll be watching his career with great interest. Because you know what? I got Najee Harris in my big league. I need to see something, man. Rookie quarterbacks, they love that dump off. Let's get more. Let's get more to Najee. Dawson Tate says, hey, director, what are you watching the game on? I'm watching via our sponsor, ExpressVPN and NFL Game Pass. So basically, if you guys caught the halftime commercial, what you want to do is pick up ExpressVPN and then go pick up NFL Game Pass, right? Use those together. You can catch every single game every single week. And if you do a little bit more research, you can get it on your TV too. My wife's upstairs watching it right now on the Fire Stick. So that's the way we've been watching me personally, like the last 4 seasons. This is the way to do it. Until NFL Plus becomes what we're all hoping it becomes, this is the way to do it. Thank you so much for the $2 haul, my man. Thank you, Hugo, on top of it with the link too. Kenny Pickett starting second half for the Steelers. Yeah, that's what we've seen, man. That's what we've seen. We got that update via Twitter. I'm interested to see, man. I think that Mitch Trubisky move, it was the right call for the Texans, but eventually that Kenny Pickett guy, he's going to have to make sure he gets some time to prove himself too, dude, because I don't think the Mitch Trubisky experiment was going to be successful for very long. Let's see. Jets rookie right tackle Max Mitchell is carted off the field. Gerald Everett just did his best Gerald Cook impression. I see that from Bolt Beat. Shaquille Leonard's off the field for the Colts. Christian McCaffrey is active for you fantasy football players. I picked him up in the redraft for Underdog Fantasy. So far, so good. So far, so good. We are in commercial right now, by the way, guys. Waiting for the Chargers to take the field again on offense, Justin Herbert. See if we can step on their throats. First round had to play him sooner than later. Yeah, because again, Mitch Trubisky, you're hoping works out, but he ain't going to work out very long, right? I think Kenny Pickett has way more upside, in my opinion. Again, as somebody who drafted, he was my keeper, one of my keepers this year with Najee Harris. I knew Kenny Pickett might be a possibility. And rookie quarterbacks, they're going to dump off to the running backs a lot. So we're going to hope and see if we see an uptick on his production. Here comes the first run by Joshua Kelly. He makes it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They are losing to the Jets. Yes, they are. Let's see that quick update there. They're losing. It's only 10-6. So, I mean, Kenny Pickett has a chance to go in there and play Superman, right? See if they can get themselves a win under his first start. And he's got only 4 points to make up ground in. It says, why is Sony in there? I think I saw Joshua Kelly. Again, we may be a little bit behind on the broadcast and the stream. The stream also does push us a little bit further behind than some of you guys watching the game. 2nd and 10 coming up. And there he is, Sony Michel in there. And it's going to be underneath Sony Michel. He's going to round the corner and pick up about 8 yards on that play. 3rd and short coming up for the Chargers. Yes, I do agree with that comment, though. I would like to see that as Austin Eckler on those passing downs, but still nice job by Sony to pick up about 8 yards. 3rd and 1 coming up. 3rd and 2. Here in Germany watching. Hey, there you go, Kenneth. How do you say greetings in German? I'm so far out of touch with my multilingual skills here, baby. 3rd and 2. Here comes a carry by Sony Michel. Patient running, able to pick up the first down. Slides the first 2 tacklers away from him, and that's a first down Chargers. Ew! Nice play by Sony Michel. I don't know what happened there. Maybe this is where the poor tackling comes in for the Houston Texans. There was 2 guys right in his face, and it seems like he just gently moved them over. Very politely, like, excuse me, sir. The line's right there. I need that. And they're like, okay. After you. That was weird. That was weird. Is it Guten Tag? 1st and 10 Chargers. Looking like they're trying to blitz up the middle. Yes, they are. And Justin Herbert on the quick pass is going to hit Mike Williams. And Williams over the middle is going to pick up a nice first down at the 50-yard line. 20 yards for Big Mike. Let's go. Jermaine's very excited about Jamari Sawyer, man. 22 months, and he comes in with Sawyer MVP. He's looking nice, man. Very, very nice. Yeah, the chat a little bit nervous about Mike Williams. Kind of playing a little bit free with that football. You got to secure that, baby. That made me a little bit nervous, too. 1st and 10. Chargers offense keeping good pace so far. It's going to be a handoff to Austin Eckler. Has a little bit of space on the outside. Does cut it back inside. Picks up maybe 4 yards on that play. 2nd and 6 coming up. Yeah, big plays by Mike Will, man. I like how they're using him this game. He's less of your exclusive outside guy. I've seen a lot of plays to him on the inside. By the way, Joshua Palmer walking off the field with the trainer. Oh, excuse me. Looks like he's walking back out right now. Maybe he was getting taken a look at in the locker room. He may be eligible to return. You never know. But the announcers, I think they said he was coming back out. 2nd and 6. Has his ankle taped up. We got to keep an eye on him. Bandy's been doing great so far, though. Let's keep him in the game. Here comes a handoff. Sony Michel. Michel trying to pound his way in for additional yardage. It's not going to work. It'll pick up maybe 2 yards. Texans think they got a fumble, but he was down well before the ball came out. It'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Yeah, a little scary, little scary. Take a look at that replay. Okay, so the ball was out before he was down, but the whistle was blown because his forward progress was already blown dead. Can the Chargers convert here on 3rd and 5? Trio of wide receivers at the top of the screen. I'm not seeing the best coverage on the right side. Justin's going to fire it off. Over the top, it's Mike Williams, and it's a little too far. 4th down coming up. That would have been a big play. Little too far. Derek Stingley, the rookie sensation in coverage there. Nice coverage by the rookie. But a little too far for Mike Williams. I like seeing him test that, though. Mike may be held just a little bit. But a good defensive play there by Stingley. Fourth and 5 coming up. Yeah, Palmer's back out there. Lombardi getting a little conservative. I fear the same things, too. Here comes the return. And, ooh, the Chargers, a tackle from behind. Would have loved to see a peanut punch in there. Don't know if Desmond King saw him behind him. That would have been a good opportunity to try and punch that ball out. Still, Houston Texans is going to start their drive at the Houston 13. We'll be right back with the Chargers defense momentarily. And we are back. Yeah, Sawyer. I love seeing all the Sawyer love in the chat today, man. Sawyer's been doing so good. Speaking of so good in your first time at the position in the NFL, Kenny Pickett, his first NFL pass intercepted. That's a heartbreaker. Pass that to Najee. Do it. Stay underneath. Stay in your safe place, Rook. Don't be a hero out there. You could be, you know, it'd be amazing for like the tabloids, but don't be a hero. Pass it to Najee, baby. Underneath. He's your dude. He's your dude. Big yikes. Big yikes. Chat and Rick Monterosa also a little bit worried about being overly conservative. I feel the same way a little bit. I'm on the step in their throats mentality, but you know what? That was a deep shot, right? That was a deep shot. That wasn't too conservative. Would have liked to see that first down picked up, but it is what it is. You got to call it where you got to call it, but I would like to see some more aggressive. Hey, even on defense, too. Load up that shotgun, right? Double barrel shotgun. Let's send some heat. Let's send Derwin off the edge. Get him in that X position. No more check screens, Lombardi. You know, I don't mind screens. I just want them to be, you know, designed a little bit more intelligently. I'd like to see them used in-game a little bit more advantageously. You know, pull Justin aside and say, hey, man, if the screen looks like it's not set up right, if it looks like the defense is ready for it, let's go ahead and move away from it. You know what I mean? Have another play in your back pocket. I don't know. Here comes 1st and 10 for the Chargers defense on this play. It's going to be a play action. It's a pass underneath. Dameon Pierce, he's going to shake off a tackle by Kenneth Murray. And Murray might be a little shaken up on this play. Murray may be a little shaken up on this play. Kenneth Murray's got to come up with that tackle, though, man. Dameon Pierce, though, a lot of power. A lot of power in that running back. Able to get back up on his feet. And pick up the first down. And the next play here was a Dameon Pierce up the middle for 10 yards. First down for the Houston Texans. Give me 1 second here, guys. I got to refresh. You're sleeping on Andor? Don't sleep on Andor, man. That show's been fantastic so far. Why is Tillery in there? I don't know, man. That's why a lot of us may be a little bit upset at the decision not to cut him. But again, the Chargers, last year on the deal, you know, as far as the backup's concerned, maybe we can survive, but have to wait and see. Houston Texans, 1st and 10. Dameon Pierce, 117 yards on the day. Got to stay aggressive where you can. Looks like K9 is still out there. Good sign. 1st and 10. Houston Texans looking like they want to run it again. No, it's another play action. And it's underneath to Pierce. And guess who? K9 Kenneth Murray there with the stop. 2nd and 7 coming up. Run D still isn't shored up. Yeah, they've been better, right? I think we can all agree that the Chargers' run defense has been better than it was last season, but it could still be better. Clomac on the sideline, taking a breather. If I was Tom, I'd trade Tillery for a Snickers. Just got to be some value there, right? Who doesn't like Snickers? 2nd and 7. You've got 59. Is that the new guy that we picked up from the Steelers? Help me out, chat. 59. We're going to send Derwin in a blitz as well. It's going to be over the middle and incomplete. Almost intercepted again off the tip pass. Bryce Callahan bounces off his hands. 3rd and 7 coming up. Woo! Is it Sutska? How do you say his name? Tutska? Tuska? Not quite sure. 56. Help me out. What number is Morgan Fox? I thought Morgan Fox was. It could have been him. 3rd and 7 coming up. Can the Chargers defense get off the field? I'm looking at Jared Tillery right now. And I'm seeing Khalil Mack back out there. Bryce Callahan tried to go in for the blitz as well. It leaves a man wide open, and it's Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks for 20 yards. Oh! We insured that pick too, by the way, on Underdog. So we hit already, but I would like to see that 50 turn into 500. How much does that mean we got to hold him to now? How much leeway does that give us for the rest of the game? Which where are we at? We're about a quarter away. All right. We got about 40, or we got about 20 yards leeway. We got to keep Cook away from that 20 yards. Whew. 1st and 10 for the Texans. It's a pitch to Damian. And Damian, a couple of nice moves, going to pick up about 8 yards on that play. Texans 2nd and 2 at the Chargers 38. Knows Covington should be there instead of Tillery. Yeah, we know. We know. We got to stop this Damian Pierce madness. Again, around the same area as Jerry Tillery. Here comes Davis Mills, 2nd and 2 for the Texans. It's going to be another play action. Chargers pressures in his face, and it's going to be number 88 for the Texans. Who's going to run it all the way down to the 5-yard line? Who was in coverage? Atkins, number 88 for the Texans. Getting a nice chunk of yards after contact. We'll take a look at this one. It's a pass underneath, and it's J.C. Jackson who can't quite take him down. Big tight end. And nice moves there by Asante Samuel going for the legs. Able to stop that from turning into a disaster. It'll be 1st and goal coming up. Whew. Chris Rumpf in at edge now. Houston Texans 1st and goal around the 10-yard line. It's going to be underneath to Rex Burkhead. Nobody's there. It's a walk-in touchdown for Burkhead. I'm having flashbacks. Of last season, baby. Houston's going to close the gap 14-27. Chargers still up 13. But my, oh my. You got to step on the gas a little bit, Chargers. Yeah. You got to step on the gas here a little bit, Chargers. Hey, anybody but Burkhead. I feel you guys on that. Anybody but Burkhead, please. Ew. We're still up 13 points. Chargers need to gain some momentum on offense, though. Let's make this game impossible and playing catch up with. J.C. Jackson still getting into the groove of things. All right. We need 10 yards for Justin Herbert, and we need Brandon Cooks to be held. He cannot get 20 yards. Oh, this is crazy, man. Talk about Chargers games while also getting your heart going in terms of underdog fantasy. So, I mean, let's see. If we're insured and we hit 4 out of the 5, I think that's still a nice little pocket of change there, too. So we'll have to wait and see. Move your head. I'm trying to watch the reflection. Catch that commercial real quick. JC has proven he's not worth the money so far. I hope not. I hope that's not the case. I really hope that, he just needs to get into the rhythm and the groove of the season first, and then we can go from there. We're blaming Lombardi on the defense, too. The infection is spreading. Now let's take a look at it this way, too. We got 1:12 left in the third quarter. Chargers offense about to take the field. There's a little bit of clock management that's going to be sprinkled into the aggressiveness that you want to play on offense. Chargers go out there. Let's say they score a touchdown here, 34-14. It's still a 20-point lead. I think at that point in the fourth quarter, you can feel a little bit safer. But you got to play aggressive now. You got to continue playing aggressive now. We're starting to see a little bit of momentum on the Houston Texans side. You don't want to see that continue here in the fourth quarter. Yeah, we don't want to see this being too conservative here in the fourth. We'll be right back here, guys. Commercials running. We'll be right back in just a moment. We are back from commercial. Chargers looking to get back on the field offensively after this kickoff by the Houston Texans. Gotta wait, man. We just got to get some momentum. I think we're back on track. But again, I feel like momentum is one of the most underrated aspects of football in general. Get yourself a big play. Take some risks, right? If one of those things pays off, momentum is right back on your side. Not looking too bad. So the Chargers elect to let it bounce into the end zone. They'll start the drive at the 25-yard line. Rex B, $20 says, we got this right. Let's go, Bolts. Let's go, Bolts. Bolt up, baby. Let's get it. Let's see Justin Herbert get to work, baby. Okay, come on, Joe. We got to see some nice play calling on this drive. Nothing too conservative, all right? Jamari Saul, you're looking amazing so far. Hey, Rex, thank you for the $20 hollow, my man. 1st and 20 coming up for the Chargers. It's going to start off with a play action. Justin Herbert running to the side. He's going to toss it to the sidelines. DeAndre Carter for 2 yards. Big ups to Rex, man. Appreciate the love. Will Banks, the $5 Harris Kid mods, delete negative checks about the coaching stack getting really annoying, depressing. Well, we try not to, but we'll see.
Everybody lighten up. Director, let's go Bolts. High voltage sign. High voltage sign. High voltage sign. High voltage sign. High voltage sign.
Let's go, Rex. Thank you so much for the love. We'll keep an eye on them, man. We'll bust some heads. We'll bust some heads. 2nd and 8 coming up. In motion's Michael Bandy. It's going to be a carry by the Chargers, and Sony Michel picks up a respectable amount of yards. They're about 5 yards. 3rd and 4 coming up. We got to be patient with the JC acquisition too, man. Additionally, we have to give props to the coverage from the DBs. It's allowed the Chargers. Oh, it was a QB sneak by Kenny Pickett. I thought it was a Damian or a Harris. A Najee Harris touchdown. The edge rushers have been having a bit of success, I think, due to the fact of the coverage of the Chargers cornerbacks and DBs in general. So we got to wait and see with JC. I'm still in the wait and see mode. I haven't given up on him quite yet. Now, we're going to go all the way down to the third quarter with that play. Chargers 27, Houston Texans 14. And we'll be back in the fourth quarter here momentarily. Run, pass. Hopefully we don't see that. I really do like that play that they have as far as the PA boot, right? Letting Justin Herbert run, extend a little bit as far as time. But we do need to see a little bit more passing here, even in the fourth quarter. So fourth quarter begins. Now, a fun stat for you guys, too. The tackling, as far as poor tackling for the Houston Texans, it does take place mostly in the fourth quarter. Why that is, I don't know. Maybe they're a little bit gassed. But maybe we do see a little bit in terms of that. So, again, I'm sticking to the game plan, man. Let's run this offense through Gerald Everett and Justin Herbert this week. Add some Austin Eckler in there, who's been proving very, very nice. Continue on trying to build that momentum. Chase says, Will Banks, great director. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you, Chase. Again, as far as we know. JC's coming off foot procedure. I can understand the slow start, yeah. Again, if this continues on until, let's say, week 6, then maybe I start speaking up, getting a little bit worried about it. But right now, I'm not too worried about it. But let's go, baby. Chargers 3rd and 4. We need to get a conversion here, man. I don't want to see a 3-and-out for the Chargers. After the Houston Texans have been building a little bit of momentum, they still have a whole fourth quarter of football to play. The step on their throats mentality needs to be there. It needs to be aggressive. Chargers need to go out there and score, maybe even quickly, might I add, and hope for the best here. Herbert drops back too far, maybe sometimes, but it's still Justin Herbert, the best quarterback to start a career in the first 3 seasons, right? He's got this. Can I get an H-bomb? Would love to see Mike Williams get open, but again, I love what we're seeing from Mike Williams in the game today. Again, it's not the full potential of what it could be, but I'm seeing Mike Williams being let loose a little bit more. Be more than just that possession guy. Be more than just that 50-50 guy. Get loose, right? It's been by some very simple formations, some very simple play calls, running him up a slant, a bit of a post route too. Some very simple route running, but effective. And that's how I want to see him used for the rest of the season too. And AJ, I do agree we do need a speedster, AL or AI. I do agree. Want to see that H-bomb. I know we're all hungry for it. Boss Matt coming in here with the $10 house says we need a touchdown on this drive. I'm not trying to see a close game. Let's go. Let's go. Let's put this away. It all starts with this first down for the Chargers here in the fourth quarter. Thank you so much, Boss Man. $10 holla. He's not playing around, man. He's not playing around. He wants to see that Chargers score elevated and inflated. We got to put this one away. I do see Sony Michel out there right now. That's the first thing I don't like seeing. But still in motion is going to be DeAndre Carter. Need a first down here, Chargers. Come on, baby. Let's get it. Justin Herbert fires it off underneath. It's Sony Michel. He's got some green in front of him, and he does pick up the first down. Good start. Good start. First down, Chargers. Keep your foot on the gas. How come we haven't seen Horvath as much up the middle? I think we could see a little bit more of this game, yeah, but I don't know if we've seen as many like 3rd and short, 4th and goal, 1 yard to score situations this game. That's where it's like a no question thing to me. But yeah, I do think we should see more Xander Horvath up the middle. 1st and 10 after the Sony Michel reception. Austin Eckler out there on the field now. 14-24 to play. And it's going to be a pitch to the weak side. It's going to be a big tackle for loss on Austin Eckler and a flag on the field, though. Why? It's holding on the defense, so we got bailed out on that play, but weird play design there. Looks like it was designed to go to the other side. It was a pitch to the opposite side, and there was just so many Texans on that side. Kind of an interesting decision. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Texans on that side. I don't know about that, baby. It was a holding call on the defense, so still 1st and 10 by the Chargers. And it's going to be Justin Herbert. He tried to take off with it. He slides instead. It's going to be -2 on the play. 2nd down. It looks like he was getting ready to jet off, and there was 2 Texans over the middle. He decides to slide and live another down. Yeah, he forgot he was injured for a second. He was like, he started getting some momentum. He was like, wait, I'm wearing like a 6-layer flak jacket right now. Let's slide away from that potential risk. 2nd and 12. Come on, Chargers. Let's go. Let's hold up in protection. Give them a little bit of time. I'm ready for a big play. I think this is where I draw something up. I'm ready for a big play. Justin Herbert tosses to the sideline. Interfered with. It was Austin Eckler, who was somewhat open over the middle, but it looks like contact a little bit early. Maybe not. It's not going to be called. I have to take a look at the replay, see if that was the case. 3rd and 12 coming up. Yeah, I got this. Sweating just a little bit right now, dudes. They're not going to show a replay of that play. Again, we didn't see it until like literally Eckler was falling to the ground. 3rd and 12 coming up for the Chargers, though. Texans loading up the line. Joshua Kelly lining up on the line, too. Justin Herbert slings it underneath, and it is too low for JK. And that's going to be a 4th down. All right. All right. I will say that I did see some Joe Lombardi fumbling issues there as far as his play calling. Yikes, dude. Yikes, 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 yikes. That's my window. I needed to see a little bit more, and I saw some weird and sketchy plays that drive, so I will say We got to see more from Lombardi in the next drive. Steve says Lombardi will take shots. That seat's getting warm. Yeah, he's gotta. Here comes the return by the Texans. Nice cleanup by the Chargers special teams, and they're going to start inside the 15-yard line. But there is a flag. Gonna wait to see on the flag. Yeah, I didn't appreciate the play calling on that drive. I'll be honest there. Did not like the play calling there. Flag on the field, waiting to see who it's on. Illegal block in the back by the receiving team, and that's going to be a big penalty on the Houston Texans. They're going to start on the 7-yard line. It's time for the defense to step in there, right? Let's cause a turnover. Let's get in there and give Justin Herbert some nice field position to continue the stacking points in terms of the Chargers' favored, man. I like that. Starting at the 7-yard line, let's draw something up quick and nasty. Let's draw up something quick and nasty, dudes. This is good. I did not like the play calling by Joe Lombardi on offense, but that's a nice pin at the 7-yard line in addition to a Houston Texans penalty to give the defense a solid opportunity to do something. Hey, everybody, put all that coaching stuff out of the back of your brains for a minute, right? We got a nice opportunity here on defense to do something. Let's go, man. Khalil Mack, Drew Tranquil, I think up the middle would be nice. Kenneth Murray. Of course, you got them nice DBs you could use in some packages as well. Derwin James, maybe from the X position. Let's do something, man. Let's do something with this defensive opportunity. Houston Texans at the 7-yard line. I can smell something cooking, man. I can smell something cooking. We'll be right back in a second in commercial break, after of which the Houston Texans will take the field from their own 7. Let's go. Now, I know we don't normally do this, but we have an ex-Charger who's taken the field for the New York Giants. Daniel Jones is out with injury, it appears, and Tyrod Taylor has stepped onto the field. Can I see some twos in the chat for Tyrod Taylor, man? We know his story. We know that his career with the Chargers was short-lived and unfortunate, but I'm always rooting for that guy, man. Watching him on Hard Knocks, a heck of a personality, dude. Let's see some twos in the chat for our guy, Tyrod Taylor. Good luck to him with the New York Giants. Kyle Kallstrom coming in with the $10. Says Justin Herbert needs to make better throws. That drive saw more pass plays than run plays, yet unhappy. Watching this team now compared to the 90s team, the complaining is hilarious. I feel you. There is a lot of passing plays being called up. We do need to see a little bit more from Justin, who's still recovering from rib injury.
Needs to make better throws. That drive saw more pass plays than run and yet unhappy. Watching this team now compared to the 90s team, the complaining is hilarious.
Yeah, we got this, baby. The first play by the Texans, mind you, was a run up the middle by Dameon Pierce. They are now at the 8-yard line instead of the 7. So that was a 1-yard play by Dameon Pierce. Let's get in there, defense. Kyle, thank you so much for the $10 holla and the vote of confidence and optimism. Let's do it, baby. Come on, defense. Let's do it. Let's do it. It says 2nd and 4. It should be 2nd and 9. And here comes a pass to the tight end again, number 88. He's going to pick up a handful of yards. It'll be 3rd and 6 coming up. 3rd and 6. Yeah, you guys want to see a pick six? I want to see a sack here, man. If there's one way to get into the mind of an opposing quarterback, it's Khalil Mack driving your nose into the turf. I want to see that right here, man. 3rd and 6. Houston Texans up against their goal line here. Come on, Chargers. You got this. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Trio of wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Mills takes the snap, and the pressure's in there. It's a screen, though. It's a screen, and Rex Burkhead's going to pick up the first down. Huge pressure up the middle. Chargers got home, but it was a screen. And Rex Burkhead able to save the Texans' drive with some nice blocking on the screen pass. First down for Houston. It's all right. First and 10. Davis Mills steps back. Lots of time. Fires off. Middle of the field. And it's Nico Collins who got behind Nasir Adderley and J.C. Jackson. Huge play into Chargers territory. They'll have the ball first and 10 at the Chargers 18. Oh boy, dudes, we got ourselves a game. We got ourselves a game, man. Nice play by Nico. He does get away from JC. We're keeping an eye on JC, seeing if he can figure it out. Let things come together. But that was another big tally against JC so far this season. First and 10 for Mills and the Texans at the 18-yard line. And over the middle, it is in coverage versus Nasir Adderley. It's a touchdown for Brandon Cooks, who picked up 18 on that play. Oh man, dudes. That was tough. Your score now 21-27. Chargers got to hang on, dude. Yeah, JC, that did not look good for JC. Didn't look good for Director's chances on underdog either. Of course, we still got ourselves an insured bet, so we're looking pretty good in terms of making something today. But Brandon Cooks now only needs about 6 yards to break our hopes for 500. Oh, boy, dudes. We got to figure it out quick. Fourth quarter Chargers, you guys got to step up. 10 minutes left in the fourth. Chargers with a narrow lead of 6, 27-21. They got to score, dudes. They got to score. It's got to happen. It's time. We got to score. Yes, last drive wasn't a fan of the Lombardi play calling. I get that. But it wouldn't be a Chargers game without a slew of heart attacks so far. We got this, though, baby. Justin Herbert, fourth quarter. We got to stack that lead. Even a field goal would go a long way. Of course, that keeps it away from them as far as a 2-score lead. Eric Black says, we're doing it again. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it yet. Everybody stand tall. Practice your Spartan reserve. I know we're Chargers fans. We've seen this a million times, but we got to keep faith in Justin Herbert. We got to keep faith in Justin Herbert. This is how Chargers games work, man. You've been here a while. This is how things work. We got to keep faith in Justin Herbert, baby. Keep that energy there and alive. Texans got themselves some momentum. We got to sniff it out here, man, on offense. We got to pick ourselves up a touchdown. We got to pick ourselves up some points on this drive. Come on, baby. What you guys hoping we see? I think we can see a little bit of Michael Bandy on this drive. We got to find some way to gain some momentum, drive down the field quickly. They do have some nice defensive pieces out there, but, man, we got to execute. We got to execute. More RPO with Eck out there now. I feel that, Flex. I feel that. Let's go, baby. Come on, man. We down. We ain't out yet. We are not out yet. Justin Herbert and the Chargers will get their shot here on offense here momentarily. We got this. We got this. We're still up 6 points, dudes. Even a field goal at this point puts us in a very good position. And if there's anybody out there that can make something like that happen, put up points, it's Justin Herbert. We got this, baby. Come on. We got this. Let's see some Mike Will. You guys want to see out there in this offensive drive make some plays? I'm looking for Bandy and Austin Eckler this drive. We got this, baby. Come on. Heck, even let's stick to the plan of Gerald Everett. I know that he had that one drop pass, but we got this, baby. Boss says this is why you keep your foot on the gas. Momentum. Yep. This is why. We got to break out of these old habits. It can start right here. You got to put up points. Thank you so much, Boss Mac. Momentum is gone. It's hard to get back. Definitely, we need a score now. We need it. Again, it's a football game. Momentum is flimsy, right? The Texans, very much so on this side right now. Chargers can whittle that down and bring it back on our side with some nice offensive plays. Kyle says the players have to execute the plan. The players have to execute the plan. Absolutely. Let's drop something nice and leave it up to our playmakers to do something with this. As the Buffalo Bills have closed the gap, by the way, 20-20 is now your score, Baltimore-Buffalo. Chargers are going to field this with DeAndre Carter. Carter And they're gonna think that it was a turnover. The refs say it was a turnover. It looks like DeAndre Carter was down. Wow. Are you kidding me right now, Chargers? It looks like DeAndre Carter. No, he lost it, guys. He lost it. That's a Carter fumble. Texans got the ball at the 16. That's not good. That is not good. I don't know what to say, dudes. We got to give Justin Herbert a chance here, man. That's a huge mistake on special teams. That is a fumble. She says, I expect the fans want to be positive after 20 years of this team. No, it's okay, man. Again, it's not over until it's over. And I cannot believe that the Chargers dropped this one. We got to stand tall. Here comes a run by Dameon Pierce. 3 yards, 2nd and 7 coming up. Be mad for a second, guys. I'm upset too. I'm very upset too. That is the last thing the Chargers needed right now. Still up 6 points. But that changes the way that you manage your offense. We need a turnover. Second and 7 coming up. Jerry Tillery gets in there, and Jerry Tillery forced a fumble, and the Chargers, they may have it. The Chargers may have it. Oh, no, dudes. Chargers couldn't capitalize. Nice play by Jerry Tillery. Shockingly, but the Chargers cannot fall on it. Still 3rd and 16 coming up. Jerry Tillery's ears were burning. We got a Texan down on the field. Okay, that's good, though. That's good. Get in the head of that quarterback, man. Excuse me. Get in the head of that quarterback. 3rd and 16 coming up. That was a crazy fumble. It's the kind of fumble that you see in Madden where it's like bouncing all over the place. Jerry Tillery, very nice sack. And, it just looks like it bounced right out of the grip of the Chargers at the last second. That would have been huge. Come on, defense. Keep it up, though, man. You guys were so close to forcing a big play there. 3rd and 16, though. That's a good start. Number 71 of the Houston Texans stepping off the field, offensive lineman. Steve Simmons says, in a perfect world, Brandon, DC, Peyton head coach, but staying positive. Stay positive. Stay positive, Steve. Not a bad start. Jerry Tillery able to make a play on defense. Almost turns into a huge turnover for the Chargers.
In a perfect world, Brandon DC, Peyton HC, but staying positive.
Didn't quite fall in our lap there as far as the fumble, but the Chargers do make a big play. It is 3rd and 16. We down. We ain't out yet, baby. Steve, thank you so much for the $10 hollow, man. Unreal turn of events for the Chargers so far. Here comes Davis Mills, tries to sling it over the top, and it's in and out of the hands of number 83. And that's a 4th down, Bolt fam. Okay, so what I saw in that drive, Jerry Tillery sack, nice play defended by Derwin James. And we are looking at a little bit of momentum for the Chargers. Come on, baby, let's go. 3-point game. Houston Texans kick is up. It's good. And the Chargers got a 3-point lead over the Houston Texans. Got to play it clean from here on out, Chargers. Got 8 minutes and 30 seconds to hold on just a little bit longer. I need to see a touchdown in this next drive. Barely read what? Sorry, things are moving pretty fast. With this team, some of us earn the right to complain. I'm sick to my stomach right now. No, I feel it, man. I feel it. But I me personally, just my energy, the way I see Chargers games, like, you got to hold on. You got to hold on. You got to create your own stars, right? Feel your own momentum. I'm going to be nervous. I am sick to my stomach as well. But again, we're up 3. Chargers have got to find some momentum. I saw a little bit of momentum in that defensive drive right there. Forced a 4th and 16. Let's build off of that, baby. Let's build off of that. Maybe field the next kickoff. Or don't field the next kickoff. Come on, man. We got this. We picked up 27 points for a reason. It's time for the Chargers offense to go out there and prove they can do it again. We got this, baby. Come on. We got this. Let's do this, David. Let's do it. We're in commercial break right now. We'll be right back in just a few seconds, guys. Chargers will be getting the ball right back on offense with 8:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. Now, I don't know how many times we'll be able to say this season, so we're going to say it right now. 99's in the chat for our guy, Jerry Tillery. It would have been awesome if that was a fumble recovery, right? But 99's in the chat for my guy, Jerry Tillery, man. He made a big play where we needed one very desperately. Forced a 3rd and long, and ultimately kept the Chargers ahead of the Houston Texans with that play. 99's in the chat, man. Credit where credit's due. Tillery made a play. Let's go. Let's go. 27-24 is your score. What we could use right now, baby, what the Chargers need right now is one of them signature Justin Herbert drives all the way down, man. We had one just a couple of drives ago, man, with Austin Eckler and Mike Williams. Let's do that again. Junior says, it's Herbo time, baby. It's Herbo time with the $20 holla, Junior. The JR, Junior, appreciate the love there, dude. $20 holla. Let's do this, dude. Let's do this. Bolt up, Junior. Bolt up. I keep trying to say JR, Junior. Bolt up, Junior. Let's go. Let's go, baby. $20 holla.
Herbo time. High voltage sign. High voltage sign. High voltage sign.
$20 holla and much love to Junior, baby. Thank you so much. Here comes DeAndre Carter again, not fearing the return. And it's going to be another stop short for the Houston Texans. We're going to get the ball back at the 16-yard line. Carter, you got to take that in the end zone, baby. Still Chargers 16-yard line. Let's do it, baby. We need a Justin Herbert drive. Come on, man. Let's do this. 1st and 10, Justin Herbert. Let's go. A touchdown can put this game away. We need that momentum from last drive, baby. Hold on to it. Hold on to that momentum. Even with the Texans fans getting a little bit rowdy in the stands here, we got this, dude. Come on, Justin. If anybody can do this, it is you. It's going to start with a handoff to Austin Eckler, waiting, being patient, trying to wait for that hole to open. It'll be a tackle for a loss there. But there is a flag. There is a flag. Might be holding on the Chargers with how long that play was going. It is a holding on the Chargers. Still, it'll be either 2nd down and 12 or 1st down and 15. So it's declined. 2nd and 12 coming up. Come on, Chargers. You guys got to dial up something brave here. Richard Rodgers out on the field for the Chargers as well. I think the backup tight end. Where's number 7 for the Bolts? I want to run this offense through Gerald Everett this drive if we can help it. Let's throw the ball. Get somebody open. We got a nice tackle on Jamari Sawyer all of a sudden. Let's put it to good use. We got Corey Linsley back. Let's get some nice protection drops, something creative here. 2nd and 12. Josh Palmer in motion. It's another handoff to Austin Eckler. Eckler does find some space, and Eckler all the way down to the 24-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up. Interesting play, handing it off. Nice draw play execution. Not even a draw play. It was just a straight-up run. And it worked out for the Chargers. It'll be 10 yards for Austin Eckler, 2 yards to convert. Come on, baby. Let's go. I wouldn't even mind a Xander Horvath sighting in this play. If you're determined to run, give it to your big guy. No, it's going to be a pass. Austin Eckler lining up to the outside. Come on, Herbert. You got this. He's going to sling it over the middle, and it's Mike Williams. And Williams picks up the 1st down. That momentum is starting to shift. That momentum is starting to build. Let's go put some points on the board, Chargers. 7 minutes to play. Nice 1st down for the Chargers. Derek Stingley on the ground. Derek Stingley is injured on this play. The trainers are going out there to take a look, but Derek Stingley down in the middle of the field. Unfortunate. We never like to see injuries, opponent or not. But that's a big, big injury for the Houston Texans. Looks like his arm got caught up in that group effort tackle on Mike Williams. And it's hanging gingerly to his left side. 24's in the chat for our guy, Derek Stingley, man. 24's in the chat for our guy, Derek Stingley. We don't like to see anybody injured, especially with somebody with that much potential coming into the league. He played a very good game so far. 24's in the chat for Derek Stingley. We don't like to see anybody injured. It'll be 1st and 10 when the Chargers come back. He's walking on the field. He is favoring that left arm, but Derek Stingley might be okay. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. 7 minutes left to play. Mike Williams with that reception goes for over 100 yards in this one. Can we continue adding to that? 6:57 left to play. I think we're looking at Sony Michel in the backfield. It's a fake to Michel. No, Justin's going to look right back to him, and Michel is going to try to make something happen. He's going to fall forward for about 2 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 9 coming up. Yeah, Stingley would be a hard loss for the Texans. It looks like he was okay, but that arm, we got to wait and see what they say as far as that arm in terms of what the injury could be. Keep an eye out for 24 if he makes his return. 2nd and 9 coming up. Come on, baby. Keep that momentum going. Gerald Everett in motion. Now Josh Palmer in motion. It's going to be a fake handoff again. It's going to be a toss underneath, and Sony Michel just a little bit too low behind him. 3rd and 9 coming up. This is where we're really missing Keenan Allen. Who's going to step up into that Keenan Allen role? Honestly, dudes, I'm looking for 83 in this play. I'm looking for 83. The Chargers, 3rd and 9, 6 minutes left to play. You got to carry this momentum. If anybody can do this, it's Justin Herbert. We got to have somebody step into that Keenan Allen role. Come on, Bolts. You got this. You got to get this 3rd down. This is big. This is huge. Come on, Chargers. Come on, Bolts. Close formation. Justin Herbert steps back, fires it off underneath. And almost getting there is Austin Eckler. They're going to be about a yard short. Near no man's land, 46-yard line. Do the Chargers go for this? With the momentum you got building on right now, it's something that you have to consider. 4th and 1 coming up. 4th and 1 coming up. Do you go for it at the 40-yard line? Very, very tricky situation here. Justin Herbert in the offense still out on the field. 20 seconds left before we got to snap the ball. 4th and 1. The Chargers offense is going for it. At very minimum, they're going to try and draw an offsides, but knowing Brandon Staley, this could be an all-in move right here. Xander Horvath lined up in I form. Sony Michel behind him. Looks like whistles, and there is a penalty. Correction, a timeout by the Chargers. Timeout by the Chargers. Hopefully that's not one that we regret. Do we go for it still on 4th down, or are they looking to punt? We might need those timeouts later. Half the chat saying go for it, half the chat saying punt it. Justin Herbert now on the sideline with Chase Daniel. Helmet still on, but it looks like the Chargers are going to look to punt. I don't know. That's such a tricky one, man. With where you are on the field, I might have gone for it. They might still be going for it. Justin Herbert, again, helmet's still on. He's coming back into the huddle. They are going for it, man. This is it. This is for all the marbles. This would give the Houston Texans excellent field position if the Chargers cannot convert here. This is a big play, guys. This could be a for-the-game play. I think Austin Eckler's back there at running back. 4th and 1. Houston Texans might have just burned a timeout as well. This is huge. Hands sweaty, mom's spaghetti right now, man. This is big. Derek Stingley looks like he's going back out on the field after putting on an arm brace. Derek Stingley coming back out on the field. Good to see he's back. Of course, not for the Chargers, but good for his health. 4th and 1. Justin Herbert in the offense. I think I saw Shane Steichen or Shane Day talking to him on the sideline. 4th and 1. This is huge. Huge play for the Chargers. Let's take a look at this personnel. Mike Williams, top of the screen. Austin Eckler. Single back in the backfield. It's a fake to Eckler. Eckler's wide open. Eckler's got the first down and more. And Austin Eckler all the way down into Houston territory. 34-yard line. To the bold goal of the spoils. And lucky number 30 is out there, baby. That's what you like to see. Immediately, the Chargers recognized what they had in terms of soft coverage on the right side. And Justin Herbert didn't even flinch. He knew he had his playmaker underneath. Gets the first down and a huge chunk of yards afterwards. The momentum is shifting, baby. Let's go, 30. Drew says, way too conservative. Hey, man, we are good. We are working off some nice momentum right now. Let's relish in that for a moment. 1st and 10. Chargers with the ball. 4:40 left to play. It's likely a handoff to Sony Michel. Sony's tripped up a little bit, able still to pick up about 4 yards. 2nd and 7 coming up. Clock continues to run. Houston did burn a timeout. Come on, baby. You know Staley called that. Yeah, dude. I like the decision to go for it on 4th. Play design was very nice. Had a nice option underneath to Austin Eckler, who's able to pick up big yards on that reception. 4 minutes, 13 seconds left. Combination of clock management and a converting comes into mind when calling this game offensively for the rest of the game. Rodgers in at tight end. You've got Gerald Everett on the right side as well. Here comes another handoff. And it's going to be maybe a yard for Sony Michel. 3rd down and the clock continues to run. You got to step on their throats, Chargers. You got to step on their throats. Maybe consider a play action on that call. 3:40 left on the clock. 3rd and 6. Chargers with a field goal would still be susceptible to a Houston comeback. I want to see a touchdown. Come on, baby. Big positive is that a lot of time has been taken off the clock. Let's see what Justin Herbert and this offense whip up. We need a first down. Justin Herbert, little bit of time, fires over the middle. It's Mike Williams who cradles the ball, and that's a first down. Bolts. 3 minutes left on the clock. And the Chargers now can maybe play a little bit more conservatively. Derek Stingley down again. This time it looks like a thigh issue. Derek Stingley taking a couple of licks this game, going back to the sideline. Oh, Stingley. Landing on that hurt arm. 24's in the chat again, but also 81's in the chat for Mike Williams, who again utilized beyond that conservative 50-50 ball look, gets open over the middle. 1st and 10. This clock is likely going to run all the way down to about 2.5 minutes before the Chargers take their next snap on 1st. Come on, baby. Come on. Mike Williams with 120 yards this game. Here comes a carry by the Chargers running back, and it's a big blow up for loss there. Petrie in with the tackle, but there is a flag on the field. There is a flag on the field. Holding by the defense. Automatic first down for the Chargers. Chargers now got the ball, at the Houston 14-yard line. Keep going, baby. Keep going. Half the chat wants a run. Half the chat wants a pass. I think run makes a lot of sense here. Houston Texans have 2 timeouts. But you also want a touchdown here, too. There's a case to be made for both. You get a touchdown, this game is likely over. You can put it away right now. I think you played aggressive. 2:38 left on the clock. The clock is stopped. Chargers 1st and 10. It's Austin Eckler in the backfield. And it is Austin Eckler who gets the carry. He's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. Clock is going to run down to the 2-minute warning unless the Houston Texans take a timeout here. which they do. Houston takes a timeout. 2nd and 10 coming up after the timeout. Chargers forcing the Texans to burn these timeouts. A first down wins you the game. A touchdown wins you the game. And they've got a couple of downs to make this happen. Worst case scenario right now, obviously, other than like a fumble or a turnover here, which, knock on wood, doesn't happen. The Chargers walk away with around 2 minutes on the clock and a lead of like 30. Or I should say 30-24, which is not safe. Chargers lining up on 2nd down. Josh Palmer in motion. It's a fake to Austin Eckler. Eckler's going to get the ball anyway. Austin Eckler all the way to the pylon, and that's a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler puts this one away, and the Chargers extend their lead 33-24, and this one likely impossible for the Houston Texans to catch. Let's go! 30's in the chat, baby. Oh, this one got too close for comfort, man. Let's go. Austin Eckler making up for lost time. 3 touchdowns on the day. Beautiful, beautiful plays here, baby. Let's go. Woo-wee. Ten-point lead for the Chargers. Houston Texans have 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning.
Yep,
it ain't over yet, but it's looking real good for the Chargers right now, baby. Let's get it. Let's go, chat. Boom, baby, boom. He goes, let's take a deep breath, Bowl fam. Let's get this dub. Let's get this dub. We're close. It ain't over yet, but it's looking real good for the Chargers at this point. Kyle says, hope I feel you, dude. I'll let the computer help me with that one. That was the Lombardi play calling. Dude, that's something that he's pulling out of his bag of tricks from last season. That's the classic Alvin Kamara utilization underneath Austin Eckler. Oh, my God. Again, I'm not an X's and O guy. Lombardi could, talk circles around me when it comes to football. But, my God, this is what I've been praising. Get Austin Eckler open underneath, and good things will happen. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for going back to the thing that works. Let's go. GC said X marks the spot. I love that. Bolt up, fam. Beautiful. Let's help Kyle out with this one.
Hope all you crying will stop now. That was Lombardi play calling. That's Lombardi TD.
Let's go, Lombardi, man. Hey. Big props to Big Joe, man. To Big Joe on that one. That's what I want to see. Keep utilizing what's been working in seasons past. Downey fan with the $7 holly says, now I can rest. Let's take a breather, right? No lead is safe, but it's feeling a lot better now. Chargers 34, Houston 24. We taking a breath. Danny, thank you so much for the $7 holla. Steve says your fantasy is going to look sweet. It's looking sweet so far, man. Boss Mac with the $10 holla says, thank God. Thank you for all the hollas, man. I appreciate the love in the chat, dudes. Ho, 1st and 10. Mills tosses it. And it's incomplete for number 15. Guys, I don't want to jinx myself. At this point, I'm already making money because I did insure this bet, okay? But if the Chargers can get a stop here, without a reception to Brandon Cooks, again, I don't want to count my chickens. I'm probably jinxing myself. But if we can get them off the field without Brandon Cooks picking up, looks to be like 6 yards, then we just won pretty big on underdog, man. Too high is the next pass by Davis Mills. It's 3rd and 10 coming up. Oh my goodness, dudes. Third and 10 coming up for the Houston Texans. Come on, baby. Get this team off the field. Chargers, you could make me a real happy man today, dudes. I already feel pretty happy, and here comes the sack! by Sebastian Joseph Day. 4th and 16. And that's going to run down to the 2-minute warning. Yo! I mean, they got to go for it. Hoo-wee! Dudes! If we can get the Texans off the field, without a 6 or more yard reception to Brandon Cooks, Director's in 500, dudes. Oh my goodness. If you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, Underdog Fantasy, this is the way to watch football season, dudes. I went big on this game. I normally never do that. I put a $50 bet on this slate because I felt super strong. I understand the Chargers inside and out. These were my big picks of the week, dudes. I also insured it, so yes, it would have been 1,000 instead of 500. But man, 500, dude, I already won money with this slate. If we can keep Brandon Cooks under 6 yards, dudes. Holy cow, man. Whew. Let's get it. Come on, Chargers. You can make Director a very happy man today, man. Yeah, I see the chat saying we're rooting for you, Director. Come on, baby. Come on, let's get a stop. Let's get a turnover. Let's get an incomplete. Oh, I would take my girl out to a fancy dinner, man. Let's do it. Let's go. We're watching the game via NFL Game Pass. Holy cow, baby. One more play and the Director wins 500. And that's not even my only slate of the day. I got a bunch of slates for the rest of the day. Oh my goodness, 1,600 peeps in the chat, man. Let's get that likes buttons up, man. Go smash that like button. Give Director some good luck on this Underdog Fantasy, man. I believe in auras. I believe in karma. Help Director get this 500 and get some karma on your own too, man. Oh my goodness gracious. Come on, baby. One more play. One more play. It could be incomplete. It could be to anybody but Brandon Cooks. Just do not give Brandon Cooks 7 yards. Come on, baby. Come on, dudes. Let's go. Let's do it. No Frosty till it's done. I like it. Can you say it to my girlfriend, V? What's going on, V? V, root for your boy Director. We're looking to make a 500 on this underdog today. Come on, baby. Come on. Because the chances are the Chargers run this clock out right afterwards. Oh. Come on, 4th and 16 coming up. Looking good for a Chargers victory at this point. One timeout for the Houston Texans. Cannot give up a first down. It would make Director extremely happy if it's not the Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks in motion to the bottom of the screen. Do not do this to me. Come on. Come on, Chargers. Keep that man locked up. Mills running away from pressure. There's a flag. He's going to toss it over the top. And it's intercepted by the Chargers. It's Bryce Callahan. He's going to slide down. What's the flag? What's the flag? What's the flag? What's in the box? What's in the box? Come on. What's the flag? It had to have been a hold, right? With the way that play went down, it had to have been a hold on the offense. Come on, baby. Make Director happy. 2 by the offense. Let's go! And it's an interception by the Chargers. Let's go! Let's go! Director just won $500 on Underdog Fantasy. Let's get it, baby. Let's see that in the chat. Let's go, dudes. Holy cow. Woo! Let's go! Easy money! Oh my goodness gracious, dudes. That's some big dubs right there, man. Hey, Miss Director, you watching? We're getting a steak dinner tonight, sweetheart. Let's go! Oh my goodness gracious! I gotta plug it, dudes. I love you guys. I gotta plug it though. Again, it's we know what we're talking about when it comes to the Chargers, so we got ourselves some easy money today, right? But use code Director to match your first deposit up to $100. If you guys want to get in on the action, hey, you still got the second half of games this week. You also got Monday Night Football. Get in there, have some fun, man. Big wins. Look at that. I love this. There's a little me picking up at the bottom of the screen there. Big day, dudes. Big day for the Chargers. Big day for Director. Chargers kneeling it out. Oh, my goodness. Let's go. Steelo with the $2. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Bryce. Oh, Rick Monterosa with the $5. It's free Popeyes chicken sandwiches. Let's get it. Let's get it. Man, that's a big one. That's a big one. I wonder if Houston's going to, be dumb and call a timeout. Are they going to be dumb and call a timeout? Nah, don't do that, man. Come on, baby. It's not over until it's over, even with the Chargers an underdog. Why would you do this? You just want to get somebody hurt? You big dumb? Chargers are going to likely. So as far as Chargers fans are concerned, we are looking for just a field goal here. It's well out of reach for the Houston Texans. Oh, baby. 501.99 now. I love that hits, Woody. I appreciate it. Chargers are going to run this clock all the way down to like 17 seconds. They can still crush my dreams. It's okay, man. Again, we insured it, so we still won some good money today. They can crush my dreams if they choose. Oh, man. If you were Staley, you would call a timeout. Nah! Don't do that to me. Yeah, we got a little ahead of ourselves. Yeah, I call a timeout when it's run all the way down. It's going to be something under 20 seconds. It'll be like 18 seconds plus the kick. You'll get a couple Hail Marys off of Davis Mills. Oh, man. And the Chargers, the clock is still running. It shouldn't be running. It should be stopped around like 13 seconds, 15 seconds, 12 seconds is what they're going to say. Chargers will take a field goal. Oh. Are they kneeling it on 4th down? Really? All right, the Texans will get one shot to destroy the Director's dreams. Do the smart thing, Texans. You lost. Just kneel it. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. I don't know why they didn't take the field goal. Don't be dumb. Kneel it. You're not winning this game down 10 with 16 seconds left. Wish I could use underdog in Georgia. Oh, I feel that, dude. Thank you for the $2 holiday, Steve. Yeah, I think they're just going to run it. I think they're just going to run it, dudes. It's going to be a run. And Damien's going to go down. And there's no timeouts. That's it, baby. Director just won $500. Let's go! Woo! That's a dub for the Chargers. That's a big dub for Director. That's the way to do it, baby. Let's go! 500s in the chat, man. Dubs in the chat. Lightning bolts in the chat. 10s in the chat. 81s in the chat. 30s in the chat. 52s in the chat. Get them numbers in the chat, baby. Let's go. That's a big hit this week. I knew it, baby. I knew it. I gotta tweet this out, man. That's a huge dub right there, man. Let's go. Thank you, Serge. Thank you to everybody, man. What a day of football. We almost lost our cool there for a minute, too. It's happening. It's happening again. No, man, we did it, baby. We did it. Terra Romero, 34 for 34 points and dub. Herbert with 340. Williams with 100 yards. Eck with 60 yards. 3 touchdowns. Let's go, Terra. Thank you so much, Terra.
$34 for 34 points and a W. Herbert with 340 yards. Williams with 100+ yards. Eck with 60 yards and 3 TDs. Let's go.
Let's freaking
Bolt
go.
Up. High voltage sign. High voltage sign. High voltage sign. High voltage sign.
Can I get a bolt up in the chat for Tara, guys? Thank you so much, Tara. $34 holla. And we're out here celebrating, man. Oh, Tara, thank you so much. Big day for the Chargers offense, man. Mike Williams over 100. Eckler with 3 touchdowns. This was a big one, man. Can you feel it? Can you feel the surge of momentum making its return? Let's freaking go. Thank you, Tara, so much. $34 holla. That's big. Thank you, guys. Oh, I think we're back on the path, man. Chargers got a lot to learn from this game still, even if it being a victory. The Chargers got some stuff to clean up. Hopefully we got Keenan Allen back next week. But we survived this one yet again. That's the name of the game, survive. We're going to take a look at J.C. Jackson, see what the situation looks like there. But, man, it's a feel-good day today, if anything, dudes. It's a feel-good day today, if anything. Let's freaking go. Big dub for the Chargers. Big dub for Director on Underdog Fantasy. It's a big day to celebrate, man. We don't want to survive. We want to thrive. And as we got Corey Linsley and JC back today, we're going to get Keenan back here shortly. We're going to get Joey Bosa back at some point. Heck, we could even get Rashawn Slater back in time for the playoffs if God chooses us to go in there, right? That's crazy. How can the Bandy keep Chargers after today? The Chargers got to keep him on the 53 is how we keep Bandy. That's how you keep Bandy. You cannot put him back on the practice squad. You got to keep him on the 53. Great day to everybody, man. Hey, shout-outs to everybody, man. Tara and Hugo, the GOAT mods in the business. We got Miguel. We got Drew. We got Richie. We got Kyle. We got Miss Director. We got Roman. We got John Gill. Abria Angel. We got Brian Mitchell. Bob Wallace. Steve Simmons, of course. Kenneth, brand new member. We got Mouse Scott. We got Bob. We got Red. We got so many people in the chat today, man. I think we got close to 2,000 viewers today. What a game to be a Chargers fan. Hugo says, I got something I wanted to ask you. I'll DM you later. Sounds great, man. That sounds great. Sounds good. Sounds good. Oh, dudes, thank you guys so much. Chase with the $20 holly says, thank you for telling me to start Everett. I won $300 and won my fantasy leagues. Love you, man. You want to Chargers Yankees to the fate of our team. I will give you the 1-2 buckle of my shoe. I'll see you both up. Chase, congratulations, dude. We knew it. We knew that Everett would be the move today, man. Congratulations and GG's, dude. Keep it up and keep them at him out there. Oh, that fantasy football, man. Makes life a little bit more on your seat entertaining every week.
Thank you for telling me to start Everett. I won $300 and won my fantasy leagues. Love you, man. All you phony Chargers fans get used to pain. This is our team and I will give you the 1-2 buckle my shoe if I see you. Bolt up.
Bolt up, baby. Yeah, don't worry about other people so much, man. It is what it is, right? Chargers veteran fans, we know what we're coming away from, right? We know the history of this team and the blown leads and the heartbreak and the injuries. We're looking to change that narrative this season. It started with the team going all in. This roster is looking stacked from top to bottom. Now it's time about surviving a little bit to get Keenan Allen back, Joey Bosa back, make sure we're at full strength for the second slate of games. But the Chargers, as of today, 2-2 and looking to change their stars. That's absolutely fantastic, man. Well, guys, thank you so much to everybody for an amazing experience today. Again, a couple of shout outs to the sponsors. Check out ExpressVPN if you guys are still wondering how to watch games. It's been a flawless plan for me, at least the last 4 seasons. So many of the Bullpen, even one person in today got it working while the game was going. If you guys are wondering how to get that working yourself, check out the link in the description, as well as check out Underdog Fantasy. Of course, you guys got to see firsthand Director win big today. $500 on an insured bet, I might add. Very, very nice. If you guys want to get part of the action there, use code DIRECTOR to match your first deposit up to $100 when signing up and have some fun with your buddy Director, man. Big days today, man. Well, congratulations to the Chargers. Congratulations to the Chargers fans. This was awesome. Great bounce back from that bad game last week versus Jacksonville. I got a good day ahead of me today, man. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm legitimately going to go pick up some nice cuts of steak to grill at home. That's the way to do it. Watch the afternoon slate of games with my wife, so it should be a good one, man. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been The Director. We'll catch you next time, and as always, bolt up and stay frosty. Oh, one more thing. Korlak, the bro in the chat, did mention we want to give you guys a heads up because we got about a week left on the giveaway. Of course, we're saying thank you here from my channel to you guys. We are giving away a couple of jerseys. First one up. We're giving away a signed Antonio Gates jersey to one of my lucky subs. All you got to do is hit up the link in the description, follow the instructions there, very simple, and make sure you are subscribed. Only subs can win. And then secondly, because we always do giveaways in twos, we got to sign LaDainian Tomlinson for one of my crew members. All you got to do to enter for this one is be a member of my crew. That's it. It's a thank you from me to you guys for all the support. We're getting close to 40,000 subs, man. I got my eyes peeled on 50,000 here very shortly. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been The Director. We'll see you next time. And as always, bolt up and stay frosty. Austin Eckler is back to the tune of 3 touchdowns.
Want to watch football without the restrictions of blackouts or cable? Check out expressvpn.com to help you get access to all the live games. Sign up today using the link in the description to get 3 free months.